Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your host for this evening, Kitchen Court Cases. Hello, welcome. I know I'm so late. It's crazy. I was talking to my boss. She is a fucking bitch. Oh, shit. Oh my God. It's literally the first 12 seconds. Oh no, maybe it's not because, okay, it's not. It's the first minute's already passed. Hi guys, welcome to Kitchen Court Cases, where we watch court in my kitchen. We have some court to watch tonight. I hope you are all well. Let me make the chat the proper thing so that I can see who's here. Make sure that you've clocked in for your shift, please. I appreciate that. Larry Beaver, thank you so much for introducing me. That was so sweet of you. Who do we have? We have Charles Blake. Charles, I hope you're doing well today. Lisa B, Sashina, Courtney E, Avs and Broncos fan, Mayor, Wrench McNome. Who else do we have that's here? I saw Tupac there. Brian and Kim are here. We have our Fulmer. Excellent. Everybody needs to make sure, please. Shaquille, hiya. Go ahead, hit that like button or the dislike button, whichever you prefer. We are starting our new series. This series sort of started yesterday. It was a trial run. He passed. So, hi, Alex. Dog walk time. Okay, Alex is going for the infamous late night dog walk. Please be careful, Alex. We love you. Grammy Rita's here. Daylight's here. I would love to do that. Jody's here. Melissa's here. Streamlabs is here. Yeah, I heard you, Streamlabs. Also, if you're here and you're like, Streamlabs is annoying, go ahead and block him, and then it all disappears. There's nothing bad about doing that if you want to. You can unblock him later if you get a Jones in for some gambling for points. Arbitrary hubris. Okay, so this is a series we are going to start calling Don't You Come Back, Jack. A new favorite judge or magistrate, if you will, down in Clayton County, Georgia. And we are going to play this game similar to how we do detention dockets, except with a little difference. So, what I'm going to be asking you to be looking for is voting in the chat. Are they going to get one, a court appointed attorney, two, hire their own attorney, or three, they don't understand the assignment? Now, the rules of voting in my channel in all these lives are very simple. You can vote as many times as you want. You can change your vote whenever you want, and the betting never closes. So, place all the bets all the time, as many times as you'd like. Hi, CRD. Also, if you are new here, I was trying to think of the disclaimer. I get a little distracted. Well, that was a good one. Oh, med check. Med check. Med check means looking, do you take meds? If you do, take them or think about when you got to take them next. If you don't, come tell us what that's like in the chat. We do not understand. We take a lot of meds here. Also, I don't know what happens in this video. That's the disclaimer. It's live-ish for us. So that means that we all get to learn about it together. So that's the warning I'm going to give. If you're a whatever they're called, sensitive soul, then I don't know. Okay. There's no word that will get you in trouble, Eddie. Did I say that there would be? Or what? I can't remember. I even turned off that F word thing because I don't think it means what everyone thinks it means, but whatever. Me and YouTube Daddy will sort that out. Okay, so like we've got 1, 2s, and 3s. I put this here because this court, more than many, really people are what's it called? They're hiring their own attorneys quite a bit, or they think they're going to. He sort of chuckles to himself when they do that because he's like, really? Okay. Anyways, Steve Rosen just got here. Thank you, Steve. Hope you are well, my friend. Eddie's here. Tupac. Yeah, you take blood pressure meds because you're a bird that annoys humans. It is stressful. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Okay, guys. Um, Also, I think I need to make cookies, but we'll talk about that as we progress and see how long we'll be on this Zoom call. Okay, let's get watching. Remember to do some nice voting in the chat. I love the convos. I love all the everything going. I'm gonna drop off for a moment until I get it going as usual, just internet and all, Canada and all. And then yeah, let's continue. Or start. Let's start. Let's start. Any minute now, Judge. Any second.
All right, Deputy Kenny, are we ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. All right, good morning, everyone. Today is April the 5th, 2022. This is the first appearance calendar for Clayton County Magistrate Court. Before I begin, let me have everyone please raise their right hand.
That means you.
All right. Do you swear or affirm the evidence that you will give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can say, I do.
I do.
All right, very good. You can put your hands down. Before I begin with each individual person, let me explain to you, if you are not familiar, what this court appearance is for. This is merely an informative session. This is not an opportunity for you to plead your case. I do not want to hear any facts about your case. Okay, this is not the time for that. This is an informative session where I will let you know what your bond amount will be, if there is going to be a bond, if there are going to be any special conditions such as a no violent contact, a no contact, a stay away provision, or any other special conditions as part of your bond. At the end of it, I will let you know your total bond amount. I do not know how you will need to go about getting bonds. So if you ask me a question about how to go about getting a bond, I'm going to tell you that I don't know. What I do know is this: if you can pay your bond in full through the sheriff's department, they will be happy to take your money and then process you out. If you use a bonding company, typically the surcharges are around 15%. I don't know what documents you need, and I don't know if you can use a family member. So please don't ask me that question, okay? Again, I'm not here to try the facts of your case. For some of you, your case may be dismissed. That does not mean that you are free and clear. The state solicitor's office or the district attorney's office may decide that they want to pick your case up later on down the road. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if your case is being dismissed, it's because I did not see that there was enough evidence to keep you in the Clayton County Jail, okay? I'm also going to let you know your next court date. If you bond out of jail, then your case will automatically be sent to the State Court of Clayton County to be prosecuted by the Solicitor General's office, or it'll be sent to the District Attorney's office. Make sure that your information is up to date because you will get your next court date in the mail. Some of you have filled out an application for court-appointed counsel. I will review it to make sure that you meet those requirements. If you do not meet those requirements, I will tell you that you do not, and you will need to hire your own attorney. If you have already hired your own attorney.
Charles, it was a bad joke. I was thinking they already took the leg, and I hope they aren't charging you an arm too. I apologize for my poor jokes, but really not. We laugh about lots in this room. Also, Donna, thank you so much. Orlando Chiquita, did you do that twice? Am I seriously? Yeah, you did. Look at you. Hey, you, she says, and then it says, how's it going? Thank you, Donna, so much. You're amazing. Streamy is so far behind. Where did it come up? Did we hear the alert? Where is it? better. Anyways. Oh yeah. Thank you very much, Donna. Here, I'll do a test one to get it.
Oh yeah.
I wish I donated $81 to myself. That would be really weird. Thank you though, Donna. I really appreciate it so much. Hi, Hector. Hi, Rachel. Oh, that's horrible. Hey, R. Fulmer. Did I already say hi? I think I did. Tupac, Sashina. Tanya, arbitrary hubris. Yes, I did. Okay, let's keep going. The game is so we've gone back in time. Yeah, because I like this judge. And yeah, I like it. So that's why we're starting with the old ones. We'll keep going. This is now April 2022. We may end up actually just hearing him say this. I thought maybe it was a one-off that he was dismissing cases left, right, and center because it was like that prison riot that he was handling in the last cases. But let me just say, if he dismisses even one case in this set of hearings, that will be our new counter, because that's incredible and also great. We will definitely want to be like tracking that. I think that's awesome.
As some of you may have already done, then they should be on this Zoom call and be able to speak on your behalf. You will not need to say anything. If you do not bond out, you will have your next court date will be your preliminary hearing date. There you will meet with your attorney that you have hired, or you'll meet someone from the public defender's office for either state court or superior court. There you can discuss with them the strategies, the evidence in your case, and any other thing that relates to the facts of your case you want to. But if you go into that with me, I'm going to cut you off and ask you if you understand your charges and if you understand your bond amount. So I can't say this enough because people want to say that they shouldn't be here and give me all the reasons why they're here, but I can't listen to any of that, okay? All right. You still maintain all of your rights under the Georgia Constitution and the United States Constitution. You have a right to an attorney. Again, if you can't afford one, then I will be happy to appoint one for you should you meet the requirements under the guidelines, okay? All right. With that, at the end of it, I'll ask if you have any questions. Your questions should be limited to how much is my bond, when is my next court date, and are you going to appoint me an attorney? If it goes beyond those three questions, I'm very likely not going to be able to answer it for you, okay? I'm not going to answer why you're here or what you need to do other than those three things, all right? With that being said, Mr. Florio, who is your client, sir?
Good morning, Judge. I represent Mr. Law Bird.
All right, Deputy, can do it. Mr. Bird.
I'm sorry, Mr. Law Bird. Okay, we also need to get some sort of document going, or somebody needs to be like post. I don't know how we're gonna have to do this, but we need to start keeping track of the crazy names. And I'm not trying to dox people, okay? But Lawbird, are you joking? That's a fucking epic name. We usually just say Tupac around here.
Mr. Bird, can you please state your full name, please?
Law Bird, Law Jabbar Bird.
All right, Mr.
What?
Bird, have
No.
you hired Mr.
All asking this, Judge.
Mr. Bird, can you please state your full name, please?
Law Bird, Law Jabbar Bird.
All right, Mr. Bird, have you hired Mr. Thomas Florio to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to read you your charges, okay? You were charged with 1 count of simple battery, 1 count of criminal trespass, and 1 count of cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. They are all misdemeanors. Mr. Florio, do you want to be heard on bond, sir?
Yes, sir, Your Honor, if we could, please. Your Honor, Mr. Byrd is 27 years old. He was born and raised in Atlanta. He's a 2012 graduate of Douglas County High School, and then attended West Georgia Technical College, where he worked towards a degree in engineering. He is currently enrolled in an HVAC program at UEI. He has just 4 months left, and he'll successfully complete that program and attain his certification. He currently lives in Stockbridge, just on the Clayton County-Henry County line. He works at Retreat 138 as a maintenance man and has been there for 7 months now. He has one 11-month-old daughter with whom he's actively present in her life and financially responsible for her. Upon discovering, so obviously, Your Honor, we adamantly deny the allegations in the warrants. Upon Mr. Byrd identifying that there was a warrant for his arrest for these allegations, he immediately retained me, and we immediately made plans for him to surrender himself to the sheriff's office, which he did yesterday evening to address these charges. Mr. Byrd made no attempt to flee the jurisdiction of the court or evade prosecution, but surrendered himself to the custody of the sheriff's office last night for execution of the warrants. Based upon that, Judge, we would ask that a bond be set in this matter. We would leave that bond amount in the discretion of the court.
All right. Mr. Byrd, is that true that you're employed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right. Is that full-time?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. On the simple battery charge, warrant number ending in 56245, your bond is going to be $2,500. On the criminal trespass, warrant ending in 56246 is going to be $1,500. And the cruelty to children, warrant ending in 56247, your bond is going to be $2,000. So your total bond amount is $6,000. Okay. You're to have no contact with Brittany Irving. Who is that to you, sir?
My baby mother.
All right, that's your child's mother. Well, as of this point, when I sign this piece of paper, she does not exist in your world. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
That means no tweeting, no sending text messages, no WhatsApp, no Instagram, no social media, no anything. You cannot make any contact with her, because if you do, that's a violation of this order, and you will end up back here. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm sure that Mr. Florio is going to explain that to you as well. Also, you're not to go upon the premises of 7148 George's Way in Morrow. Mr. Florio stated you live in Stockbridge. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, then you have no business going over there. If you get a job order at that residence, you need to tell someone that they need to cover it for you, because you have a conflict. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So your bond amount is going to be $6,000. If you are not able to make bond, your preliminary hearing date will be May the 17th, 2022. If you do make bond, they'll notify you, and they'll notify Mr. Florio of your next court date. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Florio, any questions, sir?
No, sir, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good luck.
Judge, that concludes my business before the court this morning. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Good to see you, Mr. Florio.
Please what?
All right, Deputy, let's do the females.
Your Honor, first on the female side, I have Genesis Allen.
All right, very good. Alan, can you state your full name, please?
Genesis Janelle.
All right, Ms. Allen, you are charged with one count of battery family violence. Your bond in this case is going to be $3,000. You're to stay away from Lon Thabo Coward. Who is that to you, ma'am?
My boyfriend.
I'm sorry?
My boyfriend.
Okay. Well, as soon as I sign this, you can't have any contact with him. Okay, that means no texting, tweeting, Instagram, Facebook, calls, anything like that, until another judge changes their mind and either your case is disposed of, right, or your attorney changes that condition. But as of right now, when I sign this piece of paper, you can't make any contact with that person. Okay. What's your residence? Where do you live?
Decatur?
I'm sorry? I live at 5 H1?
No.
Okay, all right. And do you have any belongings at that address or no?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, that's the address that I had for this incident location, okay? So don't go upon that premises, don't violate any more laws, okay? If you're able to bond out, your case will be bound over to State Court of Clayton County, and the solicitor's office will decide what they want to do next. If not, your preliminary hearing date is going to be on May the 17th, 2022. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, Miss Allen. Take care.
Linda
Did
Idosa.
she hire an
Okay.
attorney?
Alan.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. Can you state your full name, please?
My full name is Linda Edosa.
Okay. Give me one moment. All right. Miss Edosa, you are charged with one count of no insurance and one count of driving on the wrong side of the road. Your total bond is $1,500. It's $1,000 for the insurance and $500 for the driving on the other side of the road. If you're able to make bond, then your case will be sent to the State Court of.
Okay, Judge, I have a problem with that. Driving on the wrong side of the road is very serious. I think that personally should get a higher bond than having, like, no, what? This is so weird. God, and B, you guys are making me laugh so much.
Clayton County. If not, your next court date is going to be April the 17th, 2022 at 8:30. Do you have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
The question is, I have some health issues and I'm not working at the moment, and I don't know if I'm going to the field, if they can work things out with me. And I got my son at the house, my 15-year-old son, because I had my roommate watch him when I tried to step to pick up my letter from the post office. And I haven't been driving that car for almost 3 months now, and I didn't know my insurance was.
Hey, Mr. Doso, I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to know the facts of your case. Do you want me to hire a lawyer for you, appoint one, or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
I didn't write anything. Hire one.
You want to hire your own lawyer? You want to find yourself a lawyer?
No.
You want me to? You want me to appoint one for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. All right, I will do that. Any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Doso.
I do
Hey,
have
deputy,
some-
let me get
Judge, I got a question. I believe there is a person, maybe it's a lawyer, who off screen advises all these people to hire their own attorney. Seriously, how many people, this court, I've noticed this, and we're going to see this, they don't understand the question, they listen to the side, and then they all say, I want to hire an attorney. And then the judge is like, really? Ask them. And then they're like, no. Like, what is going on? Frontal bone.
Miss Allen back. I didn't ask her if she wanted a court-appointed attorney.
Oh, I knew you missed
Your
it.
shout out. She's already back in her cell. We'll have to grab her out.
It's okay. I'm just going to appoint one for her.
All right.
Cool move, Judge. Also, question, guys.
All right, thanks.
Why are they at a
All right, what do you got next?
pool, apparently? Like all the towels back there and the wall? This is like their we are appearing here from the Clayton County pool. Also, this is fun. The voting. So voting in the chat, 1 for court-appointed attorney, 2 for they're going to hire their own, and 3 for they don't understand the assignment.
Your Honor, next I have Shantavia. She's the fugitive. You want to do her and save her for last?
We're going to continue that one till tomorrow. Do you have a Kelsey Bailey? Or is that
That's a male, Your Honor.
okay? Got it. No worries. I'll move him over here. All right. What about Shanithia Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The full name, please.
In the Zoom, the
Shanithia Sangria Harris.
All right, Ms. Harris, you are charged with 1 count of simple battery. The bond in your case is going to be $2,500. You're not to have any contact with Mariah Shelton. Who is that to you?
She's no one to me. She was we worked at the same place.
Okay. Do you still work at the same place?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. So then you don't have any business contact with her, just like I told other people, no tweets, no social media, no internet, no in-person, no driving by or anything like that, okay? That's the only special condition of your bond. Would you like me to hire an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
Hire. You hire.
Okay, I'll appoint one for you. All right. If you bond out, your
Okay, I think judge knows that there is somebody there going, you don't want a court-appointed attorney. You want to hire your own. And the judge is like, these idiots think they want to hire an attorney. I'll just say, do you want me to hire one? And then at last minute, he says, okay, I'll appoint you one. I literally think that's what's happening. He knows they need a goddamn attorney.
case will be automatically transferred to the State Court of Clayton County. If not, your next court date is going to be the May the 17th at 8:30 a.m. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you. Good luck.
Hi, Jonathan. And hi, Jerry.
All right. Should be Sandra Herron.
She's present, Your Honor.
All right.
It does, but this judge, if you notice, there's no lawyers in any of these hearings. He appoints it afterwards, after he's already done the bond determination.
All right. Ms. Herron, can you state your full name?
Sandra K. here.
All right, Ms. Herron, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass. Your bond is $1,500. The only condition of bond that I have for you is to stay away from the shopping center located at 834 Highway 138 in Jonesboro. Now, I know that there are multiple stores in that location, but if you need anything, you need to go to a completely different shopping center. Okay. So if that's where you get your groceries, you need to go to a different grocery store. If that's where you get your car parts, you need to go to another car part store. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
He's very, very, very efficient, and he's also really, really smart in the way that he words things to people. He understands the common actual problems that will arise and get people in big trouble. Like, this is a perfect example. You're banned from this address, and this address is a location with lots of stores. If you need to go to any of those stores, you can't go to those ones. Like, that is probably gonna save him so much time down the road, save the people so much hassle. And in reality, all he's doing is properly explaining the bond conditions to her, which is really not that much to ask for in the grand scheme of things. Am I talking quiet? Did I change my gain? But is that a bit better? Or is it worse? How we talking now? A little bit better? I bet it's now getting louder. But I apologize for that. I was fiddling with something earlier. Um, is her hair amazingly gray or is that white? Also, reminder, this is 2022, so last year. And so I'm really interested to see how many of these people we end up seeing back again and again. Also, the names in this area are like crazy. Okay. So I appreciate you guys helping me with that. You know how audio is. Audio life. La la la. Guys, I still don't know this judge's name. If somebody can catch it, let's catch it. I haven't caught it yet.
Okay. Do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Appoint one for you.
Okay, I will do that. If you are able to bond out, your case will be sent to the State Court of Clayton County. And if not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th, 2022. Do you have any questions?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Okay, thank you.
Next should be Schaus.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, can you tell me your full name, please?
Yes, it's Theron Shows.
All right, Miss Schaus, you were charged with one count of expired or invalid tag and one count of driving on a suspended or revoked license. Your bond for the tag offense is going to be $500. Your bond for the license charge is going to be $1,500. Your total bond is $2,000. The only condition I have is that you do not violate the laws of Georgia any further. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you? Do you want to hire your own?
I already paid my bond, sir.
Okay.
I paid $2,700 actually, so I'm not sure where 2,000 came.
There may be, I don't know if there are other fees and surcharges applied with it, but if you've already paid your bond, then, you know, they'll be processing you out.
What? The bonds are so set in this place that they already took her money beforehand? That's nuts. Do you know how efficient that is? That he's not like, ma'am, that was a different bond. You've got a different, this is a new bond. Like he literally, unless that's what's happened, but his reaction is, oh yeah, our jail processes things so quickly that it's very plausible that you've prepaid the amount that they know I will sign. That's impressive to me.
Do I still go to court?
If you've already paid your bond, your case will automatically be sent to the state court and you'll get another court date in the mail so long as your information is up to date with the sheriff's department, okay?
Okay, that sounds great.
All right.
So
And do you want me to appoint an attorney or do you want to look for your own or do you want to try to handle it yourself?
Appoint an attorney. I've already signed it.
Okay. That's fine. All right. So if you have in fact already done that, then they'll process you out. I can't tell you how long it takes. Just be patient.
They were already letting me leave.
Oh, well, there you go. Then you're good to go, okay? All right. Thank you. Mhm. Should have one more. Stewart.
Is that really his name? Hella Kitten?
You're welcome. Stewart.
And Stewart, can you say your full name, please?
Tiasha M. Stewart.
All right, Ms. Stewart, you are charged with one count of battery and one count of theft by taking. The bond on the battery is $3,000. That's warrant ending in 06018. And the bond on the theft by taking is $2,000, warrant ending in 06020. You're to stay away from Almedia Thomas. Who is that to you? Are you related to that person?
I don't know her.
Got it. All right. Well, whoever it is that you are alleged to have had this incident with, just make sure that you don't have any other incidents or any contact with that person, okay? If you are able to bond out, then your case will automatically be sent over to the State Court of Clayton County, and the solicitor's office can decide on what they want to do next with your case, okay? They'll give you a court date in the mail. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th at 8:30 via Zoom. Do you have any questions?
How much altogether is my bond?
$5,000 total.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, wait, one more question. You did not fill out your application, so does that mean that you want to hire your own attorney?
No,
You do? Okay, do you want me to appoint one for you?
you can.
Okay, well, then I'm going to need some information from you. Are you currently employed?
Oh, no, I refuse. I'm sorry, I refuse.
Okay, so that means that I'm not going to appoint you an attorney, and I'm going to leave it up to you to find your own. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay. All right, so just so we're clear, you're going to hire your own attorney. Do you understand that's what that means?
yes.
Okay, all right, I will let you do that, okay? Any other questions?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you, good luck. All right, Deputy, that's all the females that I have. Do you have any more?
I got two more, Your Honor. I got a Tashiana Williams, and I have Lanisha Walker,
Okay, give me just one second.
and also a Shay Smith.
Okay.
Seriously, somebody is telling them to refuse these lawyers.
You said Walker, Smith, and Williams?
Yes, Your Honor.
I love this judge too. Thank you guys for finding out who it is. Judge Daniel Nagel, it is. Nagel. Mr. Noodle.
Give me one second. You said Shay Smith, S-H-A-I?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's do that one.
Smith.
I'm sorry. I do it all the time.
This judge runs a very, I would call it comfortable courtroom, starting with his t-shirt all the way to the way he handles things. I really love it already. Also, hi, Allie B from Tennessee. I like how that rhymes. And Michael's just getting here in Houston. We're voting in the chat to see if we think the person is going to ask for a court-appointed attorney. Or in this case, in this jurisdiction, it's like they're doing him a favor. They're like, yeah, I guess you can appoint me one. But normally you say thank you when somebody does that kind of stuff. Or they're going to say, I'm going to hire my own. Or if number 3, they don't understand the assignment, which is a lot. I'll check it out in a minute, R. Fulmer. Thank you.
Hi, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Ms. Smith. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Shay Smith.
All right, Ms. Smith, you are charged with 1 count of battery. It's going to be $2,500, okay? You're not to have any contact with Lakedia Carter. Who is that to you?
I don't know, Your Honor. I wasn't a part of this.
I understand. Okay. Well, then, I have a don't go upon the premises, but I'm just going to put, I'm going to mark that out. So, whoever Lakedia Carter is, if you know that person or whatever, just don't have any contact. Don't go to where they live. Don't go to where they work. Okay. You got to stay away from that person. That includes social media, and that includes using other people. Like, you can't tell your friends to have any contact or anything like that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Again, your bond is $2,500. Now, you did not fill out this paperwork for an attorney, so I can, you want to hire your own? Is that what you want to do?
Who are they looking at?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, if you want to give me some information, I'm happy to help you out and appoint one for you, but I can't do it if you refuse. So I'm going to put it down that you want to hire your own attorney because you didn't fill it out.
You said if I give you some more information, like what information?
The information that's on the application, you didn't fill it out, so I can't appoint you an attorney because you didn't fill it out. It says here that you refused. So if you bond out, your case will automatically be sent to state court, and if you want an attorney, then the judge there can appoint one for you. If you don't bond out, your next court date is going to be May the 17th, 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Okay. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your question?
Never mind. No, I don't.
All right. You sure?
Yes, sir. I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Have a great one.
I don't think she understood that assignment at all.
All right, Deputy, who we got next?
Williams. Williams.
It's the public defender who is over there threatening them, going, do not take the appointed attorneys because they don't want any cases.
If I have Miss Williams. Miss Williams, can you tell me your full name?
Tashiana Williams.
Miss Williams, I might have to have you hold on for a second because I don't see.
Your paperwork, say it,
I
Judge,
don't
say
see
it.
your paperwork here. Give me 1 second. Oh, Tashiana Williams. Okay. Miss Williams, humor me for a moment. Let me try and find your paperwork. I checked off your name is here.
I need a paperwork
This is
image
Mr. Bird.
that's funny.
All right, let me try and find your paperwork. Let me handle the next person, please. Let's go with Miss
Larry
Walker.
carrying a huge stack of papers. That's what I need. Larry carrying a huge stack of papers.
I'm looking as well, Judge.
Okay, thank you. I marked it. It's having it. Oh, you know what? That's okay. We'll do Miss Walker. I found Miss Williams' stuff. So.
Okay.
All right. We just lost my defendant.
Okay. I thought he was telling me.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Can you tell me your full name?
Finish Walker.
All right, Miss Walker, you are charged with one count of endangering a security interest. I do not have enough evidence in front of me to continue with your case, so I'm going to dismiss it. Okay.
Oh my God, I love him.
Now, let me tell you something. That doesn't mean that this is the end of the road. Whoever took this warrant out, they can present other information if they want to and go before another judge and try and get it again. The state prosecuting office, whether it's the DA or the solicitor, they may review your case if it's sent up to them for review, and they can continue with it. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not, okay? But I'm just telling you that as I sit right here in front of me, I don't have enough evidence to move your case on to the next stage. So I'm signing an order dismissing your case. Give it some time to be processed through a sheriff's department, and then you'll be free to go if you do not have any other pending matters in our court or another court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, I just want to thank you and God.
All right. Thank you. Good luck to you. All right. Let's bring Miss Williams back. All right, Miss Williams, let me get your full name one more time, please.
Tashiana Williams.
All right, Miss Williams, you are charged with one count of simple assault. Your bond is going to be $3,500, okay? You're not to have any contact with Diamond and Tia Rumpf. Who is that? Are you related to that person at all?
No, it's an old friend.
Got it. Okay. Well, as of right now, when I sign this order, that person doesn't exist to you. Okay. That means no text messaging, no internet, no phone calls, don't have your people get in contact with her people to get in contact with her. Okay. That person does not exist in this world to you. All right. Let's see here. If you're able to bond out, your case will automatically be sent to the State Court of Clayton County. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th of 2022 at 8:30 a.m. I noticed that you did not fill out your application for court-appointed counsel, so I can only assume that you want to hire your own attorney. Is that true?
Is it okay if I just fill it out right now? I have to kind of change my mind.
Okay, well, let me just ask you a few questions. We can do it right now. Are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If so, how much money do you make per month?
Probably about almost 3,500, like 3,500.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
getting them
3,500.
court-appointed, baby.
All right. Do you have rent or mortgage payment?
Yes, I have rent and a car note.
Okay, how much is your rent?
1,100 and my car note is 541.
Okay. Are you currently married?
No, sir.
Do you have any children?
No, sir.
Keep it that way, honey.
Have you ever served in the military?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, then I am going to appoint an attorney for you. See, you could have answered those questions on your own, and we wouldn't have had to do it right now. It only took me a few seconds. So your next court date is going to be May the 17th. Unless you bond out, you'll get notice in the mail, and your attorney should make contact with you, okay?
Sir, thank you so much.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
I think he might be weighting that calculation
That will
in a
conclude
nice
the
way.
female
And I
side,
don't
Your
want
Honor.
to.
All right, thank you, sir. I'm going
Worry
to take
too
a
much
quick
about it.
break. Give me just one moment, please.
Yes, sir.
That said storage. Like they were doing this in a storage room. What's going on here? Oh, they're coming back. I won't make you guys wait for that, but I love this judge so far so much. So much. But seriously, do you guys not agree? Like somebody is sitting there either who's said, don't fill out the paperwork, hire your own attorney, or who's like,
Inmates.
I don't know. There's somebody off screen that's been advising them.
All right, we're back. We should be the male inmates, and you guys go ahead, bring up the first person. All right, sir, can you tell me your full name?
She Adonandas, Your Honor.
All right.
We're going to have to go back for that one. CRD, I would think jailhouse lawyers, except that now that I've watched multiple of his hearings, this is a very common theme. It has to be one of the guards, or it has to be somebody who's facilitating the paperwork, like a clerk or a guard, because it's happened in multiple different hearings, and the likelihood of the same person being in the housing with all of them always isn't high enough. So it's not like regular jail. These people are in like county lockup. So I really think that it's probably somebody that's standardly working with them, who probably helps them fill out the paperwork, who doesn't want to do it, and who just says, no, don't do it, instead of helping them fill out the paperwork, more likely.
Right. Mr. Adonandas, you are charged. Okay, you're charged with just one count of simple battery. Your bond is going to be $4,000. You do not have any contact with Aisha Adonandas. I'm assuming, is that your wife, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know that's difficult when people are married, but for the public safety, I don't want any other issues happening between you two, whether it's on your end or her end. It's best to just keep people separated. You can have a judge or the lawyer change this order. But until that time, you can't have any contact with your wife. She doesn't exist as long as my order is still in place, okay?
Yes, sir.
535 Wood Knoll Court, is that your residence, sir?
It was. I stayed at my mom's house, 2090 Panola Way Court, Lithonia, Georgia, 30058.
Okay. Do you have anything that you need to get from your old address on Wood Knoll Court?
No, sir. Can we talk about that later? I get somebody else to do all that. I'm not going there.
Got it. Understood. Well, that's fine. If you want to have somebody else go there on your behalf, then that's fine. But just don't tell them to send messages to Aisha. You can't tell them, hey, go tell her to drop the charges. Hey, tell her I love her. Like, don't do anything like that. If they're there to get your stuff, then that's fine. You know, you yourself just don't go over to that residence, okay?
That's understood.
All right, very good. All right. And would you like me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
For right now, can you appoint one, and then if I get the money to get my own?
Yes, sir. I can definitely do that for you. All right. If you're able to bond out, you'll get a court notice in the mail. Just make sure your address and stuff is correct with the sheriff's department, okay?
Yes, sir.
If not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th at 8:30 a.m. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Adonavis, you're good to go. Good luck.
Vicky, the only problem I see with your comment, which is I think if they don't fill it out, don't ask them. What about, there's actually, unfortunately, a quite high amount of illiterate people still to this day in both America and Canada. And I think that it's a detriment to them because it relies upon the good nature of who's ever either collecting or handling those forms being filled out to both recognize and properly deal with that fact, and might just be somebody embarrassed or not able to want to say that. And so I think it's probably important that the judge do ask or follow up on that, regardless if the paperwork isn't filled out. In fact, even more so if the paperwork wasn't filled out, because again, you get a lazy guard who's like not going to double check somebody's paperwork or doesn't want to help somebody who doesn't understand it, needs it read to them. That's asking a lot, but it's important, I think. I don't know. Jonathan, I hope you have a great night. Thanks so much for being here. I know you hit the like button already. I don't even have to question that, my friend. Med check. That's a good idea, Mayor. Med check. It's true. And I think it should be explained to them, but that again relies upon somebody doing that job. And I guess the right to an attorney is so sacred that that job is actually given to a judge or a magistrate as one of their tasks. And so while a lot of what judges do, I think, is paper pushing, like scheduling and stuff, this particular task I think is very important.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, can you tell me your name, sir?
Kelsey Bailey.
All right, Mr. Bailey. Give me just one moment, sir. All right, you were charged with one count of improper lane change. That bond is going to be $500. Driving under the influence, your bond is going to be $4,500. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, your bond is going to be $1,500. And open container, your bond is going to be $500. That is a total bond of $7,000. Okay, you're not to commit any more violations of the law, and you did not fill out your application for court-appointed counsel. So if you bond out of jail, your state will automatically be sent over to the solicitor's office of Clayton County. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th. Do you want to hire your own attorney?
Yes, I think I can afford to, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Well, then I will allow you to do that. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Bailey, good luck to you, sir.
Beasley. Anthony Beasley.
All right, Mr. Beasley, can you tell me your full name, please?
Anthony Beasley.
All right, Mr. Beasley, you were charged with 1 count of simple battery. Your bond is $2,500. You were charged with 1 count of simple assault. Your bond is $2,500. That's a total of $5,000. Now, Mr. Beasley, you're not to have any contact with Anthony Beasley Sr., Audrey or Aldrea Beasley, or Betty Beasley. I'm assuming that those are your family members?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And 701 Southside Commercial Parkway, is that where you were living?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't go back to that residence. Do you need to get some things from that residence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want you to listen to me very clearly. You cannot have any contact with those people. Okay. That means direct or indirect, no internet, Facebook, text, Instagram, none of that. And you can't go back to that residence by yourself. What you can do, and part of my order is, you have to go to the sheriff's department, right? And you show them my order and you say, I want to go to this residence and get my things. They will accompany you so you can get your items out of that residence and you can take them wherever you want, okay? Now, if you want to change the conditions of this, then you need to have a lawyer request the judge to modify my bond order, and then you can do whatever it is that judge says that you can do. But as of right now, you can't have any contact and you can't go back there, okay? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
Point one for me.
Okay. All right. I will do that for you. If you're able to bond out, your case will automatically be sent to the state court of Clayton County. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Beasley. Good luck to you. All right, Mr. Bell, can you tell me your full name, please?
Full name?
Yes, sir.
Leroy Bell Jr.
All right, Mr. Bell, you're just charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. The bond is $2,000. Is Derek Bell, is that somebody that you're related to?
That's my nephew.
Okay, your nephew. And then the 862 Rock Shoals Court in College Park, is that where you were staying?
Yes, so actually, after my mother passed, it's supposed to be my property after we came through probate court. That's what I'm not understanding. And I just returned from Florida, and I didn't know that I didn't supposed to be there.
Okay, well, let me help you out. All right, Mr. Bell, if you have a right to that property, then I suggest you consult with an attorney and you exercise that right. Okay. But as of right now, don't have any contact with your nephew and don't go back to that property. If you need to get things from there, just like I told that gentleman before you, I'm going to put it in my order that you can go to the Clayton County Sheriff's Department, show them the order and say that you want to go and get your things from the property. They will take you over there and escort you. Okay. And they'll allow you to get your stuff, but you just can't go over there and do it on your own. Okay.
Your Honor, I have one other question, right? Please.
Give me 1 second. I'll let you ask your question, okay? Do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
I want you to appoint one for me.
Okay, I will definitely do that for you, Mr. Bell. Now, I may not be able to answer your question, but what's your question?
My question is that I get Social Security and my check don't really be that much. I have a few dollars on my direct express card right now, but I'm asking, is it possible? Could you lower my bond a little bit? Because I'm on fixed income. Like I said, as of now,
yeah,
I don't have nowhere to stay. Just coming back into the state.
Yeah, no, Mr. Bell, I definitely understand what you're saying, and trust me, 2,000 is about the lowest you'll hear me say this entire day. So it is very low. I do understand your position. And that's why I'm saying if you have a right to that property, you need to go about the legal way to exercise that right. There's a lot of organizations out there that offer free help for people in your financial position that are more than happy to help you out. You just have to search them out. I give you that information because I don't necessarily know, but I do know that they exist out there. Okay. So if you're able to bond out, your case will be transferred to state court. They can decide whether if they want to continue with your case or dismiss it. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th. Okay. All right. Any other questions?
If I bond out, I have to bond out through the jail. I ain't got.
You can either bond out through the jail or you can use a bonding company, either or.
But if I use a bond company, that means I got to give them an address, and as of now, I don't have no address, and that was the address that I thought that I was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I understand. I know it's tough. I can't give you all that information because I don't know. Maybe if you explain it to them, but good luck to you, Mr. Bell.
Elder.
All right, Mr. Felder, can you tell me your full name, please?
Wayne Felder.
All right, Mr. Felder, it's my understanding that you've already posted bond for all your charges. Is that correct?
I have, but they said I was short $20, the kiosk and the fees. I'm not certain, what you're going to set. I don't know how to answer that, to be honest, but there is 90-something% paid. Yes, sir.
Okay, so the too fast for conditions, the bond is $500. The hit and run is $1,500, and then there was one other charge that I didn't see. Wait, let me make sure.
Yes, that was kind of a discrepancy. On one end, I was told I had more than the 2 charges, but then the paperwork I see this morning just had 2 charges.
I mean, that's all I see is just the 2 charges. I have warrant paperwork here for a 3rd charge, but I don't know if it was ever entered. So as far as I'm concerned, from what I have in front of me, your bond is only $2,000 total. So yeah, go ahead.
I've paid roughly like $4,000 almost, including the fees, to the jail already as of this conversation. And I have receipts to back that up.
Okay. Well, let me stop you right there. That's not. I don't have any control over that, Mr. Felder. I'm just telling you your bond amounts on the charges that I have in front of me. Okay.
On those 2 charges, right?
Correct. If you're able to bond out, then your case will be sent to state court, and prosecutor's office will handle it. If not, your next court date is going to be the 17th. You didn't fill out the paperwork, so I can only assume that you want to hire your own attorney. Is that correct? What's that?
I have an attorney, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you already retain him?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Who is it?
It's Justin Goodman.
Okay. I know Mr. Goodman very well. He works with George Creel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, then.
It's confusing because I came to jail on 3 or 4 charges, but you're setting bond for 2. So am I just to make the bond on the 2 charges and I'm free to go, or the warrant that's out that's not submitted?
I was going to continue your case till tomorrow to let them figure that out, but you said that you had made the bond. So the 2 charges that I have are, they look like 2019 cases, 2019 CW 51406 and 2019 CW 51407. There is some paperwork out here for 2019 CW 51408 for a failure to maintain and driving while insured, but I don't have anything. So I don't know if those charges actually went through. I don't know if those charges are just hanging out there. I can't tell you anything, sir. I just have the 2 charges in front of me and what those bonds are. You might want to talk to Mr. Goodman about that and see if he can get it straightened out for you. Okay.
All right.
Any other questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Feldman.
All right.
Gordon.
All right, Mr. Gordon, can you tell me your full name, please?
Jerome Gordon.
All right, Mr. Gordon, you are charged with 1 count of theft by taking. That bond is going to be $2,000. 1 count of battery family violence under warrant 2021 CW 56196. That bond is $3,500. criminal trespass under warrant 2021 CW 56197 2000. Another count of criminal trespass under warrant 2022 CW 50936 2000. One count of battery, family violence under warrant 2022 CW 50937 3500, and one count of cruelty to children 3000. All right, I'm going to add this up for you. Let's see, 35, 7, 10. Looks like your total bond is 16,000. 2,000 plus 3 is 35, plus 2, 55, plus 2, 75, plus 3 is 11. Oh crap, I messed up. Anyway, total bond is 16,000 if I'm adding this up correctly. 16, yep, 16,000. You're not to have any contact with Vanity White. Who is that to you?
That's my fiance.
Okay, all right. Well, as a
Well, you need to Vanity White. Vanity White. Oh my God. That's a power name. Did somebody catch his name? I can't go back, but please go back and figure out what his last name is so we know what Vanity is going to have as the last name if she stays with him. What was he charged with? I can't remember. Literally, we just watched it. Can't remember. Because I'm not paying as much attention to them. But I love you guys so much. The chat. You're so great. Also, I'm giving you a... Vanity White. Stage 2. Vanity White. Stage 2 now. Oh, God. Oh, okay. I'm letting you guys know, by the way, that Mikey and Creed are off tomorrow, so I'm going to do the day shift and do some live court for us, just so you can be prepared. Just so y'all are aware. That's why tonight we will be ending slightly earlier than normal, but that is only because I'm also running the day shift. So.
Right now, she doesn't exist in your world. Okay, I know you've heard me tell the other people this, but no text messaging, no WhatsApp, no Kick, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, no in person, no passing her notes in the grocery store, none of that stuff. Okay. 182 Antebellum Circle in Riverdale. Is that where you were living?
I was living there. I wasn't living there anymore.
Okay. Do you need to get any things from that location?
No.
Okay. All right. So don't go back to that location as long as my order is in effect. If you have a lawyer or your case resolves and this situation changes, then you abide by that. But until then, my order is in effect. So don't violate it. Okay. Do you want me to appoint an attorney or do you want to hire your own?
Can appoint one.
Okay. I will do that for you. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I got a lot, but yeah, I don't right now.
Okay. All right. Well, there's probably ones that I can't answer for you anyway. If you're able to bond out, your next court date will be sent to you in the mail from the solicitor's office. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Can you tell me your full name, sir?
Lois Hills.
All right, Mr. Lois Hills, you're charged with one count of terroristic threats. The bond is $3,000. One violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. The bond is $5,000, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce, $1,500. So your total bond is $9,500. Okay, $9,500. You're not to have any contact with Nyhung Nguyen. I'm assuming you don't know who that is, do you?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just make sure we keep it that way. I don't know what happened between you and this person or allegedly happened, but wherever it is that this incident went down, I would suggest not going there as well. Okay. Just to make sure that you avoid any contact with this other person. All right. Let's see here. You filled this out. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you or do you want to hire your own?
You can appoint one.
Okay, I will do that. If you're able to bond out, then your case will be sent to the district attorney's office and you'll get a court date in the mail sometime in the future. Okay. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 16th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Hills.
Jordan. Johnny Jordan.
I call it thinking outside the box, CRD.
What's up? Jordan. Johnny Jordan.
Jordan. Jordan. Did Jordan just say fuck you? Also, here's the truth. I can't go to stop this early, so we're gonna do one more day after.
All right, Mr. Jordan, can you tell me your full name, please?
Johnny Lewis Jordan.
All right, Mr. Jordan, you're charged with 1 count of battery. Your total bond is going to be $4,000. You're not to have any contact from Sandra Tucker. Who is that to you?
My girlfriend.
Okay, so as of right now, you can't have any contact with her. The address that I have is 241-148 Falcon Drive in Forest Park. Is that where you were living?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have anything that you need to get from there?
Yeah, I got my phone and stuff. That's why I was living.
Okay, all right, so I'm gonna put in this order that you're allowed to go there and get your thing, but you just can't show up by yourself. You need to go to the sheriff's department and arrange that through them because you're not allowed on that property and you're not allowed to have any contact with Miss Tucker.
That's in the Zoom call, guys.
Okay, so if you want to get your things, just make sure you do it the right way. Otherwise, you're in violation of the order and you could find yourself back here on more serious charges. Do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one?
I don't mind to get an appointment, sir.
Okay, I will do that for you. All right. If you're able to bond out, your charges will be bound over to the state court of Clayton County, and the solicitor's office will determine what they want to do with your case next. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 17th, 2022. Do you have any questions?
One second.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Jordan.
Mathis. Jordan, go sit by the great Mathis. Big stuff going on there.
All right, sir, can you tell me your full name?
Dewan Mathis.
All right, Mr. Mathis. Oh, Mr. Mathis. All right. Let's see. You were charged with 1 count of knowingly driving a motor vehicle on suspended or canceled registration. Your bond is $1,500. No insurance, it's $1,000. Improper lane change, $500. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, $1,500. Violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act is $2,500. Possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, $3,000. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 counts of financial transaction card theft. For each one, that's $2,000. Okay, so 11 times 2, that's 22,000. Plus 3,000, that's 25. It's 25. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 30. 1, 3, 2. Should be $32,000 total bond. Okay, so it's for every financial transaction card theft. That's 2,000. The firearm charge is 3. The violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act 25. The misdemeanor marijuana charge is 1,500. Improper lane 500, insurance 1,000, and suspended or canceled registration is 1,500. Hold on 1 second. Let me finish this, and then I'll ask you if you have any questions. Okay.
All right.
If you're able to bond out, then your case will be sent to the district attorney's office, and they'll decide how they want to proceed. They can add charges, delete charges.
Let me just tell you right now, honey, if he bonds out at $32,000, they probably should investigate the financial fraud charges faster or more because nobody I know could afford a $32,000 bond. That's insane. And the reality is what happens is you get appointed attorney, and then you are eligible to apply for a bond redetermination hearing in which your lawyer presents Ayala factors, which the judge is allowed to weigh and change your bond. Those are the ones we often watch with Judge Manning in Fulton County, but the law is the same. And so these people are given bonds that if they're not given a bond, if they are entitled to a financial bond after 90 days. And if they can't afford their bond for whatever reason, they can ask for a bond redetermination hearing.
Charges, go forward with all charges or dismiss your case. I have no idea what they're going to do. Okay. If you don't bond out, your next court date is going to be May the 16th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. for a preliminary hearing. All right. You did not fill out your paperwork, so I can only assume that you want to hire your own attorney. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, I already have my own attorney.
Okay. Who's your attorney?
His name is Mike Malou.
Michael, give me that last name.
Malou.
Mike Maloof. Okay. I know Mr. Maloof very well. All right. So now I've told you your charges, your bond amount, your next court date, and you've hired your own attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. All right. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Gerard Mickens.
All right. Mr. Mickens, you are charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, one count of use or possession of drug-related objects, red light violation, and tag. For the drug charge, your bond is $4,000. For the drug-related objects, it's $1,000. Red light $500 and tag $500. So your total bond is $6,000. Okay. If you're able to bond out, then your charges will be sent to the district attorney's office, and they'll give you a court date in the mail of when you need to show up next. If not, your preliminary hearing date will be on May the 16th, 2022. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
At the moment, you can appoint one for me.
Okay, I will do that for you, Mr. Mickens. Do you have any questions?
No, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, can you tell me your name, sir?
Yes, Cuban Dante Manson.
All right, Mr. Mincy, you are charged with one count of battery. That bond is going to be $3,000. One count of cruelty to children. That count is going to be $3,000. That's going to be a total of $6,000.
What degree?
I don't know if DFACS or juvenile court is already involved in this case, but to the extent that they are, part of your bond conditions are going to be to follow any instructions or plans from either Department of Family Services or the juvenile court. Okay. Let's see here. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own attorney?
Yes, appoint one for right now, sir.
Okay. All right. I will do that. If you are able to bond out, then I believe these charges will go to the district attorney's office. And if not, then your next court date will be May the 16th, 2022. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Mincy.
Thank you, sir.
I love how on it this judge is. His bond conditions are, I love Judge Manning, but her bond conditions are a lot. And just imagine, like, this guys are so specifically tailored to each case that I feel like he's really reading and paying attention to everything and really just honing in on what's very important for that person. And I think that he probably has a better impact when he does that. Instead of rattling off the same 20 things, he's like, this person has to follow DFACS stuff. This person can't drive, or I don't think he said can't drive at some point, but you know what I mean? I'm just getting the vibe from this guy that he is, He's reading it all. He's paying quite good attention. He might be unwilling to do things that a lot of judges are, which is like, oh, we'll deal with that paperwork after, or we can get that, or well, let's do a continuance. Like he's already dismissed more cases himself than I've ever seen any other judge do. And I watch a lot of court, not a lot of bond hearings, but more and more. But I'm serious, like between the ones last night and the ones tonight, he's dismissed. I mean, just the fact that he did one today, I think it's really quite impressive, actually. Again, this county obviously has set bond amounts for each specific charge, which is why I said which degree, because cruelty to children is usually in first, second, or third degrees. Third degree cruelty to children is, or is it? Yeah, cruelty to children is generally just being involved in an argument where the children are in the house. That can get you a charge of cruelty to children in the third degree in Georgia.
All right, Mr. Mullins, can you tell me your full name, please?
Maximilian Mullins.
All right, Mr. Mullins, you're charged with one count of reckless driving. Your bond is going to be $1,500. You're also charged with theft by receiving stolen property. I do not have enough evidence in front of me to continue with that charge, so I'm dismissing that charge against you.
Are you shitting me right now, Judge? I literally just talked about this. I fucking didn't watch this. You know I didn't do my homework and watch this fucking first. I fucking love him. We're gonna be able to start guessing if he's gonna dismiss a case. That's a valid thing to put up there.
So you still have the reckless driving charge, and your bond is $1,500. That's not to say that later on down the road, the state may get more information and recharge you with the theft charge. But as it sits right now, I do not have enough information to keep that charge and keep you on it. So I'm dismissing it. I'm signing an order. I'm going to send it over to the jail shortly. Let's see here. Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
You can appoint one, sir.
Okay, I will do that.
Yes, sir.
All right, give me 1 second. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you, Mr. Mullins.
Sir, you too.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Matthew Moraine.
All right, Mr. Moraine, you are charged with one count of criminal trespass. The bond is $2,000.
Is it possible to get the $1,500 like you gave everybody else?
No, it's $2,000. And just like the gentleman who asked me to lower his bond, you have the same charge. You have the exact same bond amount. It's the exact same. Okay.
David Jones says in arraignments, the courts usually assume the defendant is guilty. I think what actually happens is the evidentiary standard that the court is held to at a bond hearing or this initial arraignment is what's called a preponderance of the evidence. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. And preponderance of the evidence is literally just 51%, more likely than not. And generally that hinges upon how the paperwork is written. If you are a very technically savvy lawyer and quick reader, that is how a lot of cases are handled, because that is what happens. And so that's why I really appreciate this as a judge, because he's literally pre-handling these things before down the line that somebody else notices and it's a problem later. So I think it's great. Judge Kim has done it a couple times. Judge Porter's done it a couple times. It's rare. But finding probable cause is a lower standard than determining guilt or innocence. So I don't think it's fair to say that the judges assume that they're guilty. Rather, they are using a different standard to determine if the charges should go forward, because is it just probable cause, not even preponderance of the evidence? It's probable cause. Is that even lesser? Is that just more likely than not, Michael and Houston? You guys should all know this by now. I have absolutely no training in law other than what I learn on YouTube and in my life, and I failed math a lot. So, but yeah, that's what I've learned thus far.
Sir, because I heard you give other people the 1,500. That's all.
I understand. Listen, I'm not knocking you for trying, but I looked at your case and I evaluated it, and I believe that that's a reasonable bond. Who is Jennifer Davis?
My mother.
Okay, all right. And 9356 Winchase Way in Jonesboro, is that where you were living?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Moraine, you're very much a grown adult, man. And, I hate to see cases like this, especially involving parents. I know it can be frustrating, family tempers flare and things like that, but you have to understand I have a job to do, and that's to make sure that the peace of the county is kept in order. So you can't have any contact with your mom until this case is either resolved or another judge changes your bond conditions, okay? I don't like doing that. But you see, I told somebody earlier that they couldn't have any contact with their wife. And so, you can hire a lawyer or appoint a lawyer to modify your bond so you can have contact or no violent contact, but I can't do it as of right now because I don't know if tempers are still flared up between you and your mom, and I don't want any issues on your end, and I don't want any issues on her end, okay? Do you need to get any belongings from that address?
I will need to because I know you telling me I can't go back, so I have to get all this stuff.
Yeah, okay. So just like you heard me tell other people, I'm going to put as part of my order that you can go to the Clayton County Sheriff's Office and you can show them my order and say that you want to arrange to get your belongings from that residence, okay? Don't just pop up there on your own with a U-Haul truck thinking that you can get your things, because that's gonna be bad news for you, okay? Do it the right way. Let me see here. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
As of now, you can appoint.
Okay, I will do so. So no contact with Jennifer Davis, okay? And if you want to get your stuff, make sure you go through the Clayton County Sheriff's Office. Total bond is $2,000. Do you have any questions?
How long does it take for them to set up a date for me to get my things?
That's a very good question. I do not know the answer. So I would say as soon as you bond out, I would just walk over there and get that done as quickly as possible for your own good, okay? All right, anything else?
Would it be a specific date that they'll set for me to be able to get my things?
Correct.
All right.
All right. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Moraine. Good luck to you. Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Martez Myrick.
Mr. Myrick, you are charged with 1 count of battery and 1 count of cruelty to children. I've reviewed the evidence, and based on that, I don't have enough to move forward with your case, so I'm going to dismiss it. That does not mean that the officer can't come back later on, or the state can't come back later on and re-engage these charges, okay? But based on how the paperwork is written, I legally don't feel comfortable moving forward with you against these charges. So I'm going to submit an order dismissing the charges against you, but like you've heard me say several times before, it doesn't mean that that's the end of the road for you, okay? Do you have any questions?
No, sir. I'm just being a disabled veteran. I guess
just missing them.
I have. Is it a way I can get a printout of this information from my own concern, because I have short-term memory problems, so I just need so I can have it for my.
Sure. So I don't know what copies and things that they give you, but when I send the order over there, they're going to process you out. You just ask them for a copy of the judge's order. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right, can you tell me your full name, please?
David Antoine Smith.
Okay. All right. How do you say your first name, sir?
David.
David. Okay. All right, Mr. Smith, you were charged with 1 count of simple assault. I'm not going to do a complete stay away, okay? But I'm going to do a no violent contact, okay? So let me explain to you the difference. A stay away means that that person doesn't exist in your world, okay? No violent contact means that you can be around that person, but no yelling, no screaming, no cussing, no bowing your fist back, no kicking things, no turning over tables, no punching holes in the wall. Don't do anything that's going to make them feel like there's going to be some type of violence done to them. Do you understand?
Not a problem.
All right. And that's with no violent contact with Shalimar or Shaylamar Boone. Who is that to you?
I have no clue.
Okay. Well, let me see.
And what's this for?
It's from an incident on July the 18th, 2021, and happened in Fayetteville. Says that you used to date her, and I don't want you to tell me whether it's true or not. I'm just letting you know what this is about. Says that you and Miss Boone used to date and that you have 2 children together.
You sure I'm the right person?
What's your name?
David Antoine Smith.
David Antoine Smith. That's what I'm looking at.
89?
I'm looking at David Smith. This is you.
I don't even know who that is, bro. I never. Your Honor, I don't.
I'm not sure, sir. Your date of birth is 8/1/1989, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I don't know you. I don't know you from anybody else, sir. So I can.
I'm just trying to get some type of understanding because I never.
Okay. Well, if you don't know who that person is, it'll be very easy for you to not violate my bond order. Okay. Don't go to the address of 133 Carolina Way in Fayetteville. You know where that is?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, then again, it'll be very easy for you to stay away. Okay. Do you want me to appoint an attorney or do you want to hire your own?
Appoint an attorney.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I think this might be one of the cases where this would be the hardest stay away to keep. Could you imagine if you didn't know this and the only thing you has is I have that letter and you're like, who is this person? I don't know them. They think I have 2 children with them and I'm married to them and you can't go to that address to see who they are. Oh, that's a book story. That's a story. You guys, how many just like amazing little life stories are just in front of us every single day? Oh, I would be too, our former. Absolutely. I'd be like, I'm gonna need those details that you got there, Judge, about my wife. I mean, yeah, my wife, you said it was? Our 2 children? There's been movies like that where people woke up, they don't know where they are. Like, Judge doesn't seem very concerned. Buddy seems concerned. I thought he would like get it. Like most people, they're like, oh yeah. Like you can't have 2 kids with somebody and not recognize their name. I don't care how bad it gets butchered over Zoom court. He literally seems fully perplexed about that.
When you end up speaking to your attorney, you can definitely let them know that you don't know who that is and see if they can get it straightened out for you. But any other questions for me?
And what my bond was?
2000.
2000.
I would be asking if he has kids with anybody. Do you have children, sir?
All right, any other questions?
No.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Does he have kids? Good luck. I think he needs. Oh my God. And I bet that's what a lawyer would be good for, Michael, in Houston, right? Like, Your
All
Honor.
right, sir, can you tell me your full name?
Shannon Todd Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you are charged with 2 counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act stemming from an incident at the airport. At this time, I'm not entitled to grant a bond. Your next court date is going to be May the 16th at 8:30 a.m. Do you want me to appoint an attorney or do you want to hire your own?
Please appoint one, sir.
Okay,
Thank you
I
for
will
your
do that.
answer.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
That's that guy realizing
All right,
he's
good luck
married
to
in
you,
the
Ms. Smith.
background.
I will do that. All right, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Smith. Deputy, I have one more.
Thanks, Donna.
All right, sir, can you tell me your name? I have Demetrius Tarrant. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you're charged with 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, warrant ending in 05983. Your bond is $10,000. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, your bond is $5,000. Possession of a weapon during commission of a crime, your bond is $3,000. And possession of drug-related objects, your bond is $2,000. So your total bond is $20,000. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
Sir. Judge is talking to you. You can find them.
Okay. All right. Your next court date is going to be April the 16th, 2022. If you do not bond out for a preliminary hearing, do you have any questions?
So I don't got nothing holding from bond, right?
I have no idea. I don't know if you have pending cases or charges in other jurisdictions, but if you can make 20,000, then you can make it. All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right, deputies, that's all that I have. Do y'all have anybody else?
That's it, sir. That's it, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Let me take us off of live.
Okay, Judge, great. That was a great one. We're going to do one more. Just give me one moment to pull that up. You guys can take this time to please make sure that you already liked the video and sub to the channel. If you're here this long, I don't know why you wouldn't be subbed. My sub verse, hey, I fucking said I'm getting something else, not Middleton. YouTube daddy's like, but you used to watch Judge Middleton all the time. We knew you liked it. Yeah, I know, YouTube daddy, but I'm onto new things right now. So please. Judge, don't you come back no more. Didn't say it. Our former, thank you so much for being here. I always love the laughs. And have a good night. This judge looks like a faker. I said that the other night. I literally said, I was like, it looks like somebody broke into the jail on the weekend and put on the robe looking silly. No offense, Judge, but looking quite silly. And then just started like doing the paperwork and started realizing, hey, I'm just reading them all out right. And nobody seems to be upset about it. It's working. And nobody's worried about it. Like they come in and it's almost like that fairy tale where the person comes in the middle of the night and does all the work for them. So like the people show up on Monday and they're like, man, I don't know who comes in on the weekend and like deals with all of these hearings. We don't really pay anybody to do that, but not really complaining about it either. Like, could you imagine if he was doing this just because he figured it out and could and nobody stopped him? There's been like lawyers, or not lawyers, like professionals that have sort of infiltrated different jobs in different ways. I know it's unrealistic, but again, that's how my brain works. Okay, let me just do this quick little thing. Also, let's have some beavers. Oh, my red flag. What? So what we're gonna guess about today for this last hearing that we're gonna do here um is going to be either at the beginning or whenever you come, you can decide if he's gonna dismiss any cases. I'm just shook at how many he dismisses. I love it. I freaking love it. Let me just say that right away. Love it. Side story. Here's a slight side story that I'm going to tell you guys, and it's a bit petty, but whatever. Probably shouldn't put my face on when I tell this story, but I'm gonna. Oh no, my whatever is really bad. So I'm just gonna put a couple beeves up here. Okay, so I worked at a job I've told you about where I had to process all the accident reports and turn them on to put them into a database, etc. And it's sort of annoying to fill out an incident report and do it properly because there's like it's sort of finicky forms, and these are like bus drivers or whatever, and they're busy, but it is important and it's very, very helpful because in the long run, how it worked at the company I worked for was the buses all have HD video and audio inside and outside of the buses. So what that means is there is audio of every situation that happens on the bus, video of it, and it's available almost immediately. So if you know to get the video, you can really prove that something either did happen, but more importantly, prove that something didn't happen. So what used to happen a lot is people would say they were injured while on the bus, and they, pretty much always got a payout because it's really hard to disprove, even if somebody is just like, oh, it's sort of, I bumped wrong or whatever. And so once they installed the camera systems, they were able to refute those lawsuits a lot easier if they had the video. The problem is, and all of us will understand this maybe, but is data storage. If you have 10 or 12 HD videos running with audio and video on all buses that are running in a big city, how do you upload and store all that content? And the answer is you don't. You have them on physical drives and they rewrite over themselves after a certain number of days. And so the whole point of the story is that it was very important that people submit the forms and they submit them quickly, properly, even on little things. Because what would happen is if somebody, got bumped into at the back of the bus and exchanged words with somebody, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But if the bus driver reports it and I do the report, I sort of liaise with the security department and we might go and pull the footage just to have it. And by pull, I mean literally have to go find the physical bus and pull the hard drive out of that bus in order to retrieve that footage. So but again, it writes over after, let's say, 7 days. So it's critical, especially if there's a real accident that and it's not that big of a deal on a real accident, that's going to get reported, obviously. It's the little things that might not seem important that you really do want reported. And so the way that they make that worthwhile, the union negotiated that every report that a driver fills out, they get paid half an hour of work, which is actually quite good. And so you can understand that some people would abuse that system by filling out accident reports to get paid. I mean, you could literally get paid extra 5-10 hours of work if you fill out enough reports. And nobody's going to complain if your reports are about almost nothing because we ask you to do that. We ask you to fill out reports on anything you think might possibly warrant a report. So we're not going to get mad at you for filling out lots of reports. And most people don't take advantage of that. But when I was doing that job, I quickly noticed who was obviously taking advantage of that. And so I became extremely extremely like critical with the forms and how they needed to be filled out, and I would like not take them because of certain I became very petty with a very few people about the forms being filled out exactly right in order to sort of smack them back and be like, no, 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 this is not all free. It's not how it works. Anyways, but for the most part, I encouraged all new drivers, and I would have a like info session with new drivers before they start, and I would explain the importance and what I did and why it was so helpful if they reported things and stuff. And it is very helpful because I remember there would be times like people would say, "Oh, I was injured on the bus at this time and this whatever," and well, it just so happens that I actually got that report and I looked at it and we pulled the video and nothing fucking happened, and they're like, "Oh." So, anyways, let's continue on. That's why I love the paperwork eye for detail. That's my own little love of it. One of the many jobs I've had.
Oh, are we good with the female side?
We won't always watch his intro, although I actually really like it, so we may always watch it. We're going to watch it this time. I still can't get past Adam Sandler. That's what I think every time I see him. Adam Sandler is so tired. Why is he pretending to be a judge?
So we got the male side ready. Are we ready on the female side at the jail?
Donna, is that it? He's got his robe on backwards. I don't know what it is. It's literally like he broke
Sure,
into the
he's
window and
on.
threw it on.
Yes, y'all, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Very good.
And he's dismissing all his cases for his friends. He's like, yes, I've looked this paperwork over while wearing this robe and dismissed.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and start the proceedings. Good afternoon. I am Judge Nagel. I'm Clayton County Magistrate Court Judge sitting for first appearance for April the 11th, 2022. Before we begin, let me just have everyone please raise your right hand.
Everyone raise your
Thank
right
you.
hand,
Do you
including
swear
Charles.
or
Hi,
affirm
Charles.
the evidence that you are going to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge? Please say I do. All right, very good. You can put your hands down. I'm going to explain a little bit about what this proceeding is, okay? This is not a trial. This is not going to be an evidentiary proceeding. This is going to be an informative proceeding. What's going to happen is I'm going to have each person step up. You're going to tell me your full name. I'm then going to let you know what your charges are. I'm not going to ask you whether you are admitting to or pleading.
Amy, we're going to be thinking about you, and we are... Who are you? Who has to pack up a fire after there's a fire? Did I miss something? I'm sorry to hear that, Amy, but you're going to do great on the test. I don't know if you want to do well on the tilt test or if you want the problem to present itself and therefore be able to be looked at. I don't know about tilt test. Tilt table tests. But I wish you all the luck. You know we love you.
Guilty, not guilty, nolo contendere, or anything other to the charges, but I want you to understand what you're being charged with. I'm not going to discuss the facts of your case with you. If you have a full name, I'm then going to let you know what your charges are. I'm not going to ask you whether you are admitting to or pleading guilty, not guilty, nolo contendere, or anything other to the charges, but I want you to understand what you're being charged with. I'm not going to discuss the facts of your case with you. If you have a defense, or if you don't believe the charges are correct, or if you don't believe you should have been arrested for whatever reason, now is not the time to discuss that with me. I will not listen to that because that is not what we're here for. You will have an opportunity to either speak with a lawyer if you bond out of jail, or speak with a lawyer before your preliminary hearing. That's when you can talk about your defenses to your case, okay? So please make sure you don't come up here and start talking about how you should not have been arrested and it's unfair, all right? I will then let you know what your bond amounts are if you are going to be getting a bond. Some bonds carry special conditions, such as no contact with either people or persons involved in your case. Please make sure that you abide by that, because if you do not, you could find yourself back here on more serious charges, okay? Other conditions may include a stay away provision. That's to stay away from a certain location. If you are ordered to stay away from a certain location, I will ask you if you either live at that residence or you have belongings there. If you have belongings there, please let me know, and I will discuss with you ways to legally go and get your items out of that residence, okay? But you cannot just show up with a piece of paper and say, the judge said I could come here. There are certain things that you need to do in order to get your belongings from the residence. Okay, I will not be asking you about your case. I will not be asking you to give any evidence in your case. You have a right to a lawyer. If you cannot afford an attorney, then I will go over with you some guidelines, and if you want, I will appoint one for you. You should have received a copy of the court-appointed application previous to coming on to this hearing. Some of you did not fill it out. I can only assume that since you refused to fill it out, that you want to hire your own attorney. Because if you wanted one, you would have filled it out and the court would make those resources available to you. I will give you an opportunity to discuss that for those who did not fill out their paperwork on whether they want me to appoint an attorney for them or if they want to hire their own. If you want to hire your own attorney, you can do so even if I have already appointed one for you later on down the road. The next court date for those who are not able to bond out for misdemeanors will be May the 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. For those charged with felonies, it will be May the 2nd, 2022. Okay. If you bond out of jail, then your case will automatically be sent over to the State Court of Clayton County to be handled by the Solicitor General's office, or if you bond out on felony charges, it will be sent over to the DA's office. They can then determine whether they want to continue with the case or not continue with the case. For some of you, your case may be dismissed. Pay special attention to what I'm about to tell you. If I dismiss your case, there is nothing that prevents either the solicitor's office, DA's office, or law enforcement from trying to continue with the case via other means. If I dismiss your case today, it just means that I do not have enough evidence. It could be for any number of reasons, that the officer just didn't put enough, or they put all that they had and I still didn't find enough evidence to keep you on these charges. But just because I dismiss a case does not mean that it won't come back later on down the road. All right. With that being said, Mr. Johnson, are you representing somebody on today's calendar?
Yes, Your Honor. I represent Mr. Carlos Nunez Santiago.
Okay. Give me, let's have Nunez Santiago, please. Mr. Johnson, give me just a moment. Let me find that paperwork, sir.
Do you think this counts as a lost paperwork?
Let's do it like this.
Frame.
All right. Let's see here. Mr. Nunez Santiago, can you tell me your full name, please?
Carlos Omar Santiago Nunez.
All right. Mr. Nunez Santiago, or Santiago Nunez, have you hired Mr. Johnson to represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, you are charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, which is a felony, and one misdemeanor count of obstructing display of a license plate. Mr. Johnson, do you want to be heard on bail, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Nunez is a resident of Clayton County. Do not believe he has any prior felony convictions or probation violations or failure to appear before the court. This is a victimless matter, so do not believe that there's a situation where Mr. Nunez will be intimidating any witnesses. I believe he has a limited criminal history, so I do believe he's a good candidate for bond and not a threat to the community in any way. It is my understanding that he's charged with one count of VGCSA and a traffic violation. Would let the court know that the VGCSA in this matter, I believe, is marijuana and not cocaine or heroin or any other illicit substance. And the situation arose after a traffic stop. So we do believe that Mr. Nunez is a good candidate to be released on his own recognizance, Your Honor. He has no failure to appear. He has retained counsel. So we do believe that he's a good candidate to return to court to deal with these matters when necessary. And we'd ask that he be given a reasonable bond on his own to be released on his own recognizance. And if not, that he be given a bond not to exceed $10,000, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Mr. Nunez, are you currently employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is that full-time or part-time, sir? I'm sorry?
Oh, full-time.
Full-time? Okay, all right. Well, I do agree with your attorney, Mr. Johnson. And in consideration of what I have here before me, I do see it as marijuana. I do see that it was barely over the misdemeanor amount. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grant you a bond of $2,500 on the VGCSA charge, and the bond on the traffic violation is going to be $500. Your total bond is going to be $3,000. Okay. The only other special provision that I have for you, Mr. Nunez, is that you do not violate any more laws while you are out on bond. If you do, and the prosecutor's office finds out, they can come and revoke this bond, and then you'll be stuck in jail and with no way out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. If you're able to bond out, then your case will be bound over to the DA's office, and they may elect to continue with prosecution as a felony, or they may kick it down to the solicitor's office and continue as misdemeanors. I don't know. But make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Johnson and make sure that your address is accurate as it relates to notices. And Mr. Johnson, if you'll file an appearance whenever that case is bound over to either state court or superior, well, it'll be bound over to Superior Court, but just make sure that you file an entrance so they know to get in contact with you, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. May I have the warrant number associated with this case?
Yes, sir. So the violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act is 2022 WA 06304, and the other warrant is 06305.
06305.
Yes, sir. That's the second one.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Nunez, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Johnson, do you have any questions?
No, sir. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. If that's your only case, have a good day. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's get the females.
We're trying to figure out if he's got his robes on
Lakeisha
backwards.
Booze. Your Honor, inmate Ford, she
I
was
think
currently in
he's
the middle of
wearing
an
it
interview and
backwards now.
intake, so I have to go and grab her, and she'll have to be the last.
Okay, what's her name?
Dana Ford.
Ford. Okay. All right.
I will do him the honor of reading it in a minute, Lisa. I will.
All right.
I agree.
Ma'am, can you tell me your full name, please?
Keisha Michelle Booth.
All right, Ms. Booz, you are charged with one count of aggravated assault, which is a felony, and warrant number 2022 WA06298. You are also charged with cruelty to children in the third degree under warrant 2022 WA06299. I am going to grant you a bond on the aggravated assault. That bond is going to be $50,000, 50,000. The bond on the cruelty to children is going to be $2,000. So your total bond is $52,000. You're not to have any contact with Tarkeese Booz. Who is that to you?
My husband.
Okay. Well, I don't like this any more than probably you or your husband, but as of right now, when I sign this, you're not to have any contact with your husband. That means directly or indirectly via social media, via friends, via family. That person does not exist to you while you're out on bond up and until your case is either resolved or, in the alternative, when your lawyer submits paperwork to change those bond conditions, okay? Do you understand? Give me just a moment. All right, very good. Also, you're not to return back to 1300 Monterey Circle. Is that where you live, Ms. Booz?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any belongings at that address?
No, sir.
Okay. So there's no reason for you to go over there. Also, you're not to violate any laws while you're out on bond, or you can find yourself back here. Okay. If you're able to bond out, your case will be sent to the district attorney's office, and they'll determine how they want to proceed with your case. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 2nd, 2022. Now, I'm looking at a form here for court-appointed counsel that you did not fill out. Before you ask me your question, do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
I have already hired an attorney.
Speak up a little bit for me, please.
I have a hired attorney.
Okay, and what's your attorney's name?
I'm not sure. My family got the lawyer for me, so I'm not sure. That just happened today. I know it's a male, and that's all.
Okay, that's fine. Then just make sure that your lawyer is in contact with you about the bond conditions and about your next court date. Okay. Now, I'm going to allow you to ask a question, but remember what I told you. I cannot discuss the facts of your case, and I'm not going to go into any defenses. So it should pretty much be limited to what your bond amount is when your next court date is. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. It's actually in relation to contact with the Mr. Booz.
Okay.
We have a 3-year-old in common, and should I not have any contact with him, or can I go through like family court where you can go through an app and speak with them that way, and it's just on family issues, nothing else? It's monitored.
I got you. I understand that. I understand your concern. As of right now, until a lawyer changes it or another judge rules differently, don't have any contact with Mr. Booz. Okay. Now, your child, you can have contact with your child, but don't have any contact with Mr. Booz. Okay.
Understood. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other questions?
I do not. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Booz. Good luck. All right. Let's get Bryant. All right. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Amara Naila Bryant.
You said Miss Bryant. Is that correct?
Amara.
All right. Miss Bryant, you are charged with one count of possession of a weapon during commission of a crime.
Naila Bryant. Yes.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I didn't say nothing.
Okay. All right. So you're charged with one count of possession of a weapon during commission of a crime. That bond is $3,000. You are also charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. That bond is $2,500. Okay. Your total bond is $5,500. Now, I noticed that you were arrested along with somebody else. Being that you have a co-defendant, I do not want you to have any contact with Wayne Edward Brown. Okay. You two are charged with very similar things, and the incident involved both of you. So I don't want you having any contact with that person, whether it's for your own benefit, his, or society's. So do not have any contact with Wayne Edward Brown. The only other condition of your bond is that you must not violate any other laws in the state of Georgia. If you're able to bond out, then your case will be sent over to the district attorney's office of Clayton County, and they'll figure out how they want to proceed on your case. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 2nd, 2022. Now, do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own attorney?
So just a quick question.
Okay.
Does that question have to be answered now, or can I like change my mind later, make a phone call or something? Because I really haven't spoken to my family members in detail.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. You tell me now if you want me to appoint one, I'll do it. If you change your mind and you hire a lawyer, your family hires a lawyer, they can come and file an entry of appearance, and then they'll take over your case. Otherwise, you're going to leave here without an attorney until your family gets you one, or until you go to court, and then they'll ask you if you want a court-appointed one then. So at any point in time, you can change your mind, but I just need to know right now whether you want me to start the process of getting you one, or do you want to do it on your own?
I would like you to start the process, please.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to sign this piece of paper saying that I'm willing to have a court-appointed attorney for your case. They'll reach out to you if you're still there before your next court. Well, they'll reach out either way before your next court date. Okay. Again, if you end up hiring your own attorney, just have them file the proper paperwork, and then they can take over your case. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
What was the bond amount one more time?
Yes, ma'am. For the drug charge, it is $2,500. For the gun charge, is $3,000. So 5500. All right. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get Edwards.
Edwards.
All right, Ms. Edwards, can you please tell me your full name?
Shanae Edwards.
All right, Ms. Edwards, you were charged with one count of battery family violence. That is a misdemeanor. Your bond is $3,000, okay? Special conditions of your bond is that you're not supposed to have any contact with Jasmine Mitchell. Who is that to you?
Nobody.
Okay, so you're not related to Miss Mitchell?
No.
Okay, then that makes it easier on you not having any contact with her. Also, you're not to return to the address of 4455 Chester Lane in Ellenwood. Were you living at that residence?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need to get any belongings from that residence?
I have mail that continuously goes there. I had to change my address.
Okay, but do you need to physically go there and pick up anything, or no?
No.
Okay, all right then, that's fine. So no reason for you to be over there. So Miss Mitchell does not exist in your world up and until your case is either closed or a judge or a lawyer agree to modify these bond conditions. You're not to violate any other laws of the state of Georgia. If you are able to bond out, your case will be bound over to the state court of Clayton County, and they'll figure out how they want to proceed on your case. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 3rd, 2022. Now, do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Wait one for me.
Okay, I will do that. If at any point you change your mind and you or your family get you another lawyer, then just have them file the appropriate paperwork, and they'll take care of that, and they'll take over your case. Any other questions?
No.
All right, good luck to you. Get Farmer. All right, Ms. Farmer, tell me your full name, please.
Devin Crystal Farmer.
All right, Ms. Farmer, you are charged with one count of criminal trespass. That is a misdemeanor. Your bond is going to be $1,500. Okay, $1,500. Listen closely, because you're not going to have any contact with Martina Stallings or Antonio Stallings. It doesn't appear that they're related to you from the information that I have, but in order to keep the peace, you have to act as if those people do not exist in your world, okay? Whether you have children or relatives who have a relationship with those people, either friends or neighborhood associates, whatever, do not go over there. Don't send text messages. Don't send messages through children or anything like that, okay? That's for your own benefit and for theirs. Also, don't go on the property of 5703 Sandhurst Drive in Forest Park. Do you live in that neighborhood near that address?
No, sir. My children live there. It's my kids were kidnapped. My daughter and my son have been molested.
Okay, well, look, I'm just asking you, if you don't live there, then don't go to that residence, okay?
I understand, but
Okay.
I'm not able to pay a bond.
Okay, well, listen, I literally can't go any lower than that. If you're able to make the bond, your case will be sent over to the State Court of Clayton County. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 3rd, and then your attorney, whether you hire one or appoint one, can then ask the judge to reconsider the amount of your bond, okay? Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
I'll hire them home.
Okay.
From this case right here?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Are you talking about this case right here?
Yes.
I need an appointed one.
Okay.
I need an appointed one.
Okay. All right. I will do that for you. So they'll come and speak with you either, if you bond out, they'll talk before your next court date. If not, they'll come and speak with you before the 3rd. Okay. Any other questions?
For the 3rd?
What's
No.
that? All right. Very good. Good luck to
No,
you.
sir.
All right. We're skipping forward, saving her towards the end. Let's get.
Your Honor, Ford is going to be present.
Oh, Ford. Okay. Well, let's do Ford.
They brought her down.
All right. Very good. All right. Miss Ford, can you tell me your full name, please? Okay. I need you to speak up for me, okay? All right, Ms. Ford, you are charged with 1 count of cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, 1 charge of discharging a firearm near a highway, and 3 counts of aggravated assault, okay? For the cruelty to children, warrant ending in 06284, your bond is $2,000. For the firearms near a highway, warrant ending in 06285, your bond is $3,000. For the remaining counts, warrants ending in 06286, 06287, and 06288, your bond is $30,000 on each count. So that's a total bond of $95,000. You're not to have any contact with either Jania or Janya Reddick, Jocelyn Saunders, or Dalen Harris. I'm assuming that those people are not related to you. Is that correct?
That they not?
Are they related to you or no?
No.
Okay.
Marriage.
Got it. All right. Well, as of a few minutes from now, they don't exist in your world. Okay. That means no speaking, no texting, no internet, no Facebook, no WhatsApp, no iMessage, none of that. Okay. Your next court date is going to be May the 2nd, 2022. If you're not able to make a bond there, an attorney can request a judge to modify this order and either set another bond or reduce it. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own attorney?
You can appoint one.
Okay. All right. Well, I will do that. Do you have any questions?
No, that's it.
All right. Thank you. Good luck to you. Get Houston.
Thank you.
All right, just take a seat for a minute. Houston.
You have a problem.
All right. Ma'am, can you tell me your full name, please?
Michaela Houston.
All right, Ms. Houston, you were charged with 3 counts. You were charged with obstruction of a law enforcement officer, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and loitering or prowling. The felony charge of obstruction warrant ending in 06269. I am dismissing that one particular charge against you. Okay, so the felony charge is being dismissed. The other 2 counts, the possession of marijuana less than an ounce, your bond is $1,500. The loitering or prowling, your bond is $1,000. So you have a total bond of $2,500. Okay. Now, just because I dismiss that account doesn't mean that later on down the road they can't come back and recharge you with that particular charge. I have no idea whether they will or not, but I did not find enough evidence to keep that charge on you. Okay. So, do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to hire one or appoint one for you?
I thought you just dismissed it.
You can appoint me.
Okay. All right. Very good. I will do that. Do you understand what I said about the dismissing the felony charge and the other charges still being there? Do you understand?
Now I do. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions?
What was the total bond?
2,500. Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right. Jones? Yes.
I expect him to. I am speaking to him, CRD.
Miss Jones, can you tell me your full name, please?
Shanice Nichelle Jones.
All right, Miss Jones, you were charged with 1 count of stalking, a misdemeanor, and 1 count of battery family violence. On the stalking charge, your bond is $7,000. On the battery family violence or simple battery family violence, your bond is $3,000. Your total bond is $10,000. Okay. You're not to have any contact with Jamal Atterbury. Who is that to you?
Right.
Okay. And you're not to have any contact with Jacqueline Stargell or Stargell Zachary. Do you know who that person is?
Nobody's
new girl.
Okay, good. So it'll make it easy for you to stay away from them. That means no direct or indirect contact. I'm sure you've heard me tell the other people in front of you, but I just want to, that means
We're going back to check that she's hurt by
bond
this.
is $10,000. Okay. You're not to have any contact with Jamal Atterbury. Who is that to you?
Right.
Okay. And you're not to have any contact with Jacqueline Stargell or Stargell Zachary. Do you know who that person is?
Nobody to me.
Okay, good. So it'll make it easy for you to stay away from them. That means no direct or indirect contact. I'm sure you've heard me tell the other people in front of you, but I just want to make sure you understand. Don't send them a message via the internet, and don't try to get cute and try and send it from anonymous numbers and things like that. Okay, that does not go well for people. All right. You're not to violate any other laws of the state of Georgia. If you are able to bond out, then your case will be moved over to the state court to be handled by the solicitor's office. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 3rd. Do you have any questions?
There's no way we could lower to 7,000.
No, ma'am.
Never.
No, ma'am. I mean, I understand they're both misdemeanors, but you have to understand that we have to protect the order of the peace in Clayton County. And honestly, because you're not a habitual offender, it was lower than what other people normally get. But also, it says here that you refuse to fill out your form, so I can only assume that you want to hire. Okay, what's his name?
He should be on the thing because he filed a motion on March 1st for me.
Okay, what's his name?
It's Jay something. It should be on my record. I forgot his last name. I can't think of it right now, but it's Jay something. Huh? I just don't remember. It should be on there. It should be under my name on the when you go to Clayton County. It should show that he filed a motion and everything. I can't think of the name right now. I have his information and everything, but I can't think of it.
I got you. Okay. Well, he's not here for whatever reason. I don't know whether he knew to be here or not, but he.
How did she hire him already if he's not appearing? He thinks this is for a different case. I have to assume, like, I don't get it. Also, who is dealing with the forms? Again, this is interesting because I've had many, many jobs, and literally how a form is presented to people really, really dictates how it's filled out. You know what could be? They could not have pens or pencils to actually get to fill these out. They could be like, there could be something really, really innocuous. Again, it could be as lazy as the guards who are on duty at a certain time don't want to pass out the writing utensils in order to do that. They could easily say, oh, for security or whatever. But I've heard a judge before say, if you did have a pen available to you, would you have signed this? Yes. Okay, then I will go ahead and make a record of that and blah blah blah. Like, I hear that quite often. So anyways, I don't think it's a pen. I think it's either a person who's bad mouthing them with the handing out the forms. The form is written in a way that makes them afraid to give the information, or they truly already have lawyers, which seems just impossible to me when somebody's like just so, it just seems a little improbable actually. But it's odd. The number's too high. The judge knows it too. You can tell he's frustrated. They need these lawyers. He knows how expensive it is. These people can't afford lawyers.
He's more than welcome to file a motion to reconsider your bond, and another judge can take that up. And if they want to make a modification, that's fine. But I've notated that you hired your own attorney. Do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right, Johnson.
We should start counting how many people didn't do their paperwork actually, because the numbers are way too high.
All right, ma'am, can you tell me your full name, please? All right, Ms. Johnson, I need you to speak up for me, okay? You were charged with one count of possession of a controlled substance. I have reviewed the evidence in your case, and based on what I have in front of me, I do not have enough evidence to keep that charge. So I'm dismissing your case against you. Okay. Now, again, I'm sure you heard me say it. It doesn't mean that later on the state can't come back and start the case back up against you. But the information that I don't have enough to keep you locked up. Okay. So I'm signing an order to dismiss your case. You'll need to give us some time to let the jail process that out, and then they'll get you on your way. If you don't have any other matters, then you'll be free to go. I don't know whether you have any other matters either here or elsewhere, but as far as this case goes, it is closed. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Can you speak up for me? Okay. All right.
No,
very
sir.
good. All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Are you guys saying it's 4 in this set of hearings? He's dismissed already? Is it 4?
We should not have any more females. Are we done on the female end?
Ms. Ford had a question, if you don't mind, Your Honor.
All right. Bring this forward back.
Sir, I did not have no firearm. I didn't have a firearm.
Okay. Now's not the time for that. Okay. Yeah, you can address that with the lawyer down the road. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to hear your evidence. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you. Good luck. All right.
Good. I see what you're saying,
please.
Nathaniel Brown III.
All right, Mr. Brown. You are charged with one count of expired tag, which is a misdemeanor. That bond is $500. You were charged with driving without a valid license. That bond is $1,000. One count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce, misdemeanor. Your bond is $1,500. One count of no insurance. Your bond is $1,000. And one count of open container. Your bond is $500. Give me just a moment. All right, so your total bond is going to be $4,500, okay? Special condition of your bond is for you to not operate a vehicle unless you have a valid driver's license, okay? So until you get a license, don't operate a vehicle. There are other ways for you to get around other than driving, all right? You don't have any other special conditions of your bond. Now, I'm looking at an application for an attorney that you did not sign, so I can only assume that you want to hire your own attorney. Do you want to hire one, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
You can appoint one.
Okay, well, why didn't you fill out your form and letting me know that that's what you wanted to do?
Because I honestly thought I would be bonded out, but with me being from Texas, it's kind of, with me living in Texas, it's kind of different. So I don't know all the rules and regulations, because the car that I was driving was.
Well, don't tell me about the car. Don't tell me that. Okay. Let me just ask you a few questions, okay? Are you currently employed?
Yes.
All right. Full-time, part-time?
Full-time.
All right. Approximately how much money do you earn per month?
I would say about 4,000 a month.
Okay. All right. Do you have rent or mortgage payments?
Rent, yes, sir.
How much is that per month, sir?
$1,500.
Okay. Are you married?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
No, sir.
Okay.
Do you have any killings?
All right. Have you been a member of the United States military?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. I will sign this document appointing an attorney for you. If you bond out of jail, your case will be sent over to the Solicitor General's office of Clayton County, and they'll reach out to you when your next court date is. Just make sure that your information is correct. And if you move, make sure you let the sheriff's office and the clerk's office know, because if you don't, then bad things can happen, okay? If not, your next court date is going to be on May the 3rd, 2022 for a preliminary hearing. Do you have any questions?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
With me living in Texas, would they send it to Texas, my Texas address? Because I
know that whatever address that you leave with them, that's the address that they use for communication. So I'm sure we have several people from out of state. You just make sure that you give them the best address for you, and just make sure that you're continuously checking in to make sure you don't miss court. Okay.
And you said, what was the total amount?
Oh, give me 1 second. I believe it was. Let's see, 1,500 plus 1,500 is 4,500.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good luck. Give me 1 moment, Deputy. All right, we're back. Sir, can you tell me your full name?
Wayne Edward Brown Jr.
All right, Mr. Brown, you are charged with 3 counts. Count 1 is possession of firearm during commission of a crime. Your bond is $5,000. The violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, your bond is $5,000, and red light violation, it's $1,000. So your total bond is $11,000. Now, you had somebody else that was also arrested with you, and I told her that she cannot have any contact with you. I'm going to tell you the same thing. You are not to have any contact with Amara Nayela Bryant, okay? That's for your own good, for her good, and the good of the citizens of Clayton County. You both are charged, and you're co-defendants, and I don't want you two having any contact with each other, okay? Other than that, the only other condition of your bond is just to not violate the laws of the state of Georgia. If you're able to bond out, then your case will be sent over to the district attorney's office, and they can decide whether they want to continue with their case or how they want to continue with your case. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 2nd, 2022. Now, I have a court-appointed form here that it doesn't have any information on it, so I can only assume that you want to hire your own attorney. Is that what you want to do?
Sir.
What's that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, very good. So I'm going to mark here that you are going to hire your own attorney. Do you have any questions about your bond or your bond conditions?
Yes.
Okay, what's your question?
Does the AFC, however y'all pronounce it, change if it was CBD?
So the VGCSA, that'll be that if you have a defense to where it should either be a lesser charge or not a charge at all, that'll be something that your lawyer will take care of and address it later on down the road. I can't tell you. The only thing I have is the information in front of me right now. So if it turns out that it's something that it's not a felony or it's not even a crime at all, then they'll take care of that down the road for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other questions? All right, you're good to go. Thank you, sir. Good luck. All right, sir, tell me your full name.
Jeremy Dion Carthan.
All right, Mr. Carthan, you are charged with, let me see here, 6 misdemeanors, 7 misdemeanors, and 2 felony offenses. All right, I'm going to go over them with you. The first charge is failure to yield right of way. Warrant ending in 06289. Your bond is $500. You're then charged with driving under the influence to the extent that it's less safe for you to do so. Warrant ending in 06290. Your bond is $4,000. Open container violation. Warrant ending in 06291. $500. Knowingly driving a motor vehicle on canceled or suspended registration. Warrant ending in 06292, $2,500. No valid insurance, $1,000. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, $1,500. Felony violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act 06295, $5,000. Possession of a weapon during commission of a crime 06296, $3,000. Obstruction of an officer 06297, $1,000. So I'm going to go over your total bond with you. By my calculations, your total bond is $19,500 plus $4,000 is $45 plus $500 is $5,000, $7,500, $8,000, $10,000, $5,000, $3,000, $1,000. Total of $19,000. The only special condition of bond that I have for you, sir, is that you do not violate the laws of Georgia if you are out on bond. If you're able to bond out, then your case will be sent over to the district attorney's office and they'll figure out how they want to proceed on your case. If not, your next court date is going to be April the 2nd, that's 5/2/2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
Well, Judge, April is not
May.
No.
I'm sorry, May the 2nd. We've already passed April, so that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
All right, May the 2nd. Thank you for catching that. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
You can appoint one, sir.
Okay, all right. So if you end up getting your own lawyer, just make sure that they file paperwork and they'll know what to do. But your next court date is May 2nd, 2022. Otherwise, you'll be bonded out, and just make sure you have a good address for the court system, okay? Do you have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Fisher.
Sir, can you tell me your full name?
Fisher.
All right. Mr. Fisher, you're charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. It is a misdemeanor offense. Your bond is only $2,000. You're not to have any contact with Quanisha McShane. Who is that to you?
My ex.
I'm sorry?
My ex.
Your ex. All right. Well, right now she's not anything to you. As soon as I sign this, she does not exist in your world. Okay. That means no talking, no Twitter, no Instagram, no Kick, WhatsApp, whatever kind of creative way that people think that they can have contact against a judge's orders. Don't do it. All right. Other than that, the only condition of your bond is not commit any more crimes while you are out on bond. If you're able to bond out, then your case will be sent over to the Solicitor General's office and they'll figure out how they want to proceed on your case. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Now, do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
You can appoint one.
Yes, sir. I will do that for you. Do you have any questions about your bond conditions or anything else?
How was that?
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
George, I really like this judge, so
All right,
I don't
sir, can
think
you
so.
tell
I
me your
think
full
he's just
name?
casual.
Jeremy Tavon Judge.
Okay, Mr. Judge. Oh, got away bonded out. Give me 1 second, Mr. Judge. All right, Mr. Judge, you are charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor. Your bond is $3,000. You are charged with reckless conduct, also a misdemeanor. Your bond is $2,000. You do not have a stay away provision from any particular person. However, do not go back to 3386 Mount Zion Road in Stockbridge, Georgia. That's Peak Living. Are you familiar with that address?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any belongings at that address?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Would you like me to put in my order that you're allowed to go with the sheriff's office to go and get your belongings?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will do that for you, Mr. Judge. Now, let me tell you what that means, because I want to be very clear. That doesn't mean that just because I allow you to go to that location, you can just go up there by yourself. You need to make arrangements with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office to go and do that, okay? They have to accompany you. So if you have a lot of items and you need to get a U-Haul, you need to do that on the front end. If you just have a truck or a bag or whatever it is, make sure that you're ready to get those things when you go with the deputies and then you get out of there, okay? Other than that, you're not to violate any other laws of the state of Georgia while you're out on bond. You did not fill out the application for court-appointed counsel, so I can only assume that you want to hire your own lawyer. Is that what you want to do?
I would like to represent myself.
You want to represent yourself.
Oh,
All right,
baby,
well,
we
you
forgot the
definitely have the
prostate
right to
idiot
do so.
choice.
Do you understand that if you choose to represent yourself, that you will be held to the same standard to do?
Oh my God. What should we call that option? It's going to be fives. 55555. But what should we call it? Prostate. Think of something funny.
When you go with the deputies and then you get out of there, okay? Other than that, you're not to violate any other laws of the state of Georgia while you're out on bond. You did not fill out the application for court-appointed counsel, so I can only assume that you want to hire your own lawyer. Is that what you want to do?
I would like to represent myself.
You want to represent yourself. All right, well, you definitely have the right to do so. Do you understand that if you choose to represent yourself, that you will be held to the same standard as lawyers and you will be held to the standard of following the rules of criminal procedure? You'll be bound to follow any statutes, whether they're state or federal, the United States Constitution, the Georgia Constitution, the rules of evidence, uniform superior court rules, magistrate court rules, state court rules. Do you understand that you don't get any slack if you don't know what the rules are if you want to represent yourself? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you still want to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, then.
I believe right now should be perfect. All right, then we have a pop quiz. I would like you to tell me what the rule of evidence number, this, that, the other. Like, seriously, right now, he should school him. School him. You heard the judge just listed off many, many rule books.
You have to know what the rules are if you want to represent yourself. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you still want to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, then you have that right to do so. And I have noted it here. All right. Do you have any questions about your bond?
Yes, sir.
I have noted it here with a giant idiot stamp that we reserve just for people like you.
All right. Mr. Judge, you're good to go. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
His last name is Judge and he wants to represent himself. Does he think he's going to confuse the record?
All right, sir, can you tell me your full name, please?
Kim.
All right.
Just before they keep going, I'm just gonna point something out so y'all know this, but sticky notes are considered transitory and therefore not covered under Freedom of Information Act laws. So do with that information what you may in terms of how you see people taking notes in positions where their papers may be subject to Freedom of Information requests.
Mr. Kim, you are charged with 2 counts, 1 count of obstruction of an officer and 1 count of giving a false name. I have reviewed the evidence in your case, and I do not have enough evidence here to keep these charges, so I'm dismissing both charges against you. Okay. Now, as you've heard me say, it doesn't mean that law enforcement or the solicitor's office can't come.
Okay, we are making a dismissed emoji. I want your suggestions. It is in absolute honor of this rock star of a judge. I've never seen this before. I love it. Seriously, I want it to rain whatever in this chat when he does this. It is amazing. I don't mean no sticky notes, Aim. What I mean is if you want to leave a note for somebody, but that note is maybe something that you don't necessarily want to be in the permanent record, and you happen to use a sticky note, that can then be legally removed and you're not tampering with the record.
Come back and start the case again if there's more evidence that they want to put in front of a judge. But I don't have enough evidence that obligated you to listen to law enforcement. Just because an officer asks you to do something doesn't mean that you have to do it. They have to have a reason. And unfortunately, I don't have that reason in front of me. And so it is your constitutional right to not do that. Again, they could come back and give another judge more information, and you've got to go through this again. All right. But give it some time. I'm going to fax or email this order over to the jail, and they'll process you out. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
This man has single-handedly let more people out of prison than I've ever seen. And by the way, he used to work in the district attorney's office.
All right, sir. Can you tell me your full name?
Jarquez King.
All right, Mr. King, you were charged with 1 count of obstruction of an officer. Your bond is $1,000. Disorderly conduct, $1,500, and public drunkenness, $1,000. So your total bond is $3,500. They are all misdemeanor charges. You do not have any special conditions other than do not violate the laws of Georgia while you are out on bond. If you are able to bond out, your case will be sent over to the state court of Clayton County, to the solicitor's office. They'll decide how they want to proceed on your case. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 13th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
Yeah, you can appoint one.
All right, I will sign this, doing that for you. If you end up changing your mind and getting a lawyer, then they just need to file the paperwork. Do you have any questions about your bond or your next court date?
No, I don't.
All right, you're good to go. Thank you, sir. Good luck.
I appreciate it. Wait.
I respect it. I respect a judge who is literally like, no, this is not good
Good
enough.
afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your full name, please?
James Matthew Lee.
All right, Mr. Lee, you are charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana, 1 ounce or less. Your bond is $1,500. Drug-related objects, your bond is $1,500. And loitering or prowling, your bond is $1,000. So your total bond is $4,000. You're not to violate any of the laws in the state of Georgia while you were out on bond. The incident where this happened, the clubhouse, is that an apartment complex clubhouse, or what is that?
I'm really not sure. I just thought I pulled into a parking lot to a park to really take.
Okay. Well, don't tell me. I just wanted to make sure. No worries. If you live there, I just want to make sure that we took that into account. I didn't want to keep you from your residence. You didn't destroy anything. Okay, well, if you don't have any other business there, I'm not going to order you to stay away, but now you know it's not a parking lot, so just don't go back there if you're not supposed to be there, okay? Again, your bond is $4,000. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own, sir?
I would like you to appoint one, sir.
Okay, yes, sir. I will do that for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any questions about your bond or your next court date?
May 3rd, right?
If you're not able to bond out, your next court date is going to be on May 3rd. If you do, just keep an eye out on the mail or the public defender's office with Lisher and Holt, and they'll tell you when you need to show up. Just make sure you got a good address with the sheriff's office, okay?
Can you go over the charges just one more time, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Possession of marijuana, it's $1,500. Drug-related objects, $1,500. Loitering or prowling, $1,000. 15-15-1.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Yes, sir. Good luck to you.
Same.
Man, go.
Good afternoon, sir.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your full name?
Prentice Fernando Manigault.
All right, Mr. Manigault, you were charged here. I have 2 warrants, but only 1 bond order. So the warrant has you charged with DUI less safe and then improper backing. Okay. Your bond order, I don't know if you should have a bond on the improper backing, but your bond for the DUI is $4,000. Miss, is there someone on that can look that up and shoot me a message via chat for Mr. Manigault about whether a bond is already set on warrant number 2022 WA 06301. 06300 is 4,000. Mr. Manigault, just hold tight. Let me go over a couple more things with you. The only condition of your bond is to not violate the laws of Georgia. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
Yes, sir. Appoint me one.
Okay. Yes, sir. I will do that for you. Hold tight, because we just need to make sure that a bond is already issued for you on.
You'll actually probably even see me sometimes mouth please at the appropriate time when people should say please or thank you. It is absolutely weird to me. And because I'm a mom with a small child, that's how you teach them how to say please or thank you. So as soon as they finish the sentence and you're waiting for the please, you know where it belongs. You can say, what do you say? Or I just usually say please. And it just is baffling to me how often my mind is like missing.
On the traffic charge, on the illegal backing, but the bond for your DUI is 4,000. So, Deputy, just hold him for a minute, and we'll address that before we finish. All right. So just hold tight, Mr. Manigault. I'll call you back. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Can you tell me your full name?
Odell Bussey Jr.
Okay, Miss Odell Bussey. All right. Mr. Bussey, you are charged with 2 counts. The first one being battery family violence, warrant ending in 50593. Your bond is 3,000. Criminal trespass, damage to property, warrant ending in 50594. Your bond is 2,000. Your total bond is $5,000. You're not to have any contact with Adaisha or Adisha Carter. Who is that to you?
The mother of my child.
Okay. All right. Well, in a few minutes, when I sign this, you're not allowed to have any contact with her, so she does not exist in your world. Okay. That means directly, indirectly, Kick, Twitter, Snapchat, smoke signal, carrier pigeon, whatever it is that you want to think is creative, don't do it, because if you get caught, then you're going to be back here on more serious charges. Okay. Now, if your case is resolved or a judge modifies the bond conditions, then you can abide by those. But until then, she doesn't exist. 5205 Stratford Lane in Morrow, is that your residence?
No, not anymore, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have anything there?
No, sir.
All right, so if you don't have anything there, don't part of your bond is to not go back on that premises, okay? I understand that you share a child with this other person. The restriction is not on the child, but I imagine it's going to, you need to figure out a way if you want to have contact with the child to not have contact with Miss Carter. Don't violate any laws while you're out on bond. If you're able to bond out, then your case will be sent over to the State Court of Clayton County, and the solicitor's office will decide on what they want to do with your case next. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Now, you did fill out your form. Do you want me to appoint an attorney or do you want to hire your own?
You can appoint me one.
Okay, yes, sir, I will do that. Do you have any questions about your bond or your next court date?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Mr. Bussey, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Alone.
See how happy he sounded? He's like, you did fill out your paperwork.
All right, sir, can you tell me your full name, please?
I guess what the difference is, like, when I answer a question and that person is giving me something, I just default to saying, like, you should always include please. And I know sir and ma'am mean thank you or are sort of terms of respect. In where I live in Canada, ma'am is a like that's an insult. You would not if somebody calls you ma'am, they're being like, hey Karen, you're a fucking bitch. Okay, ma'am, no problem. Like you would never call somebody ma'am unless you were trying to passive aggressively be mean to them.
Special Agent Lord Stephen Warren, Malone, United States Secret Service.
All right, sir.
Lord Stephen.
What? Did he just say that?
All right, sir, can you tell me your full name, please?
Special Agent Lord Stephen Warren, Malone, United States Secret Service.
All right, sir. Do you know Stephen Warren Malone?
That's me. Special
Okay.
Agent. Special
All right.
Agent.
All right. Sir, you are charged with 1 count of battery family violence. Your bond is $4,000. You are not to have any contact with Stephanie.
She's in my household, sir.
Okay, well, then you need to stay. You need to stay away.
Let's finish.
You listen.
Cachette, you just came in at the very right time. We've just been graced with the presence of a special agent. Oh, yeah. Hi, beautiful. Thank you for being here. You guys, this, I feel like I don't know what I did. Sometimes I'm like, in a previous life, maybe all the nice things you've done have really added up because I have such luck with court sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously? I don't, and I care about mental health. You know that about me. You guys, the number for delusional, I think is 5, but is it 6? Like delusional devil, SS, like DD, I don't know. This court is like the gift that does not stop giving. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. This is becoming an absolute regular at least weekly feature. I can't blow through it all like we did with Judge Kim too fast. I gotta pace us with other stuff, but he will be weekly appearing. Tell you that right now.
Listen to me, okay? I'm going to explain everything to you. All right, but just give me a second.
She just got back in the country yesterday. She needs to be checked with COVID-14.
I understand. All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She just got back in the country yesterday. She needs to be checked with COVID-14.
I understand. All right. Well, the address where you were living, sir, is that 4493 Meadow Drive in Forest Park, Georgia, 30297?
That belongs to my brother Bernard.
Okay. Are you currently living at that location?
Yes, sir. I pay the bills there.
Okay. And does the other person involved, Miss Stephanie Malone, is she currently at that location?
Yes, sir. She's my daughter.
Okay. How old is she?
30.
Okay. So you're a grown person and she's a grown person.
Right.
For your own good, your own safety, and her own good and her own safety, I can't allow you to go back to that residence. However, if you need to get belongings from that address, I will allow you to go back accompanied by the sheriff's office of Clayton County. Do you want to do that?
Yes, sir, I do that.
Okay. All right. So just to be clear, don't take this piece of paper and think you can go up there. Make sure you do it the right way. Make sure you do it legally, right? If you understand the process, and they will allow you to get your belongings from there. Now, if your case resolves or another judge modifies this bond order and they say that you can have contact or live at that address, then that's fine. But until that time, this bond order is going to be into effect, okay?
My lawyer's Richard Green.
Okay, Richard Green. All right. So I'm going to mark on here that you have hired your own attorney. Did you speak to Mr. Green today?
Oh, they violate my rights by not letting me use the phone.
I see. All right. Well, if you bond out, you're more than welcome to, you can exercise any of your rights. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 3rd, 2022. Do you understand when your next court date is?
I have $434 on my account. Can I bond out myself with that money?
I'm not exactly sure how that works out. If you have the funds to bond out on your own, then the sheriff's department is happy to do that. I don't have a role in that process. So if you're able to do that, then you're more than welcome to. If not, then you may have to look to using a company. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
May 3rd. You say May 3rd?
May 3rd. That's right. Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Pham, can you tell me your full name, please?
It's Hit Pham.
Okay. All right, you are charged with one count of aggravated assault. And I have read the warrant and the information in front of you, and I'm not inclined to grant a bond at this time. Okay. Your next court date is going to be May the 2nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Now, do you want me to appoint a lawyer for you, or do you want to hire your own?
Right now I don't have contact with family. That's why I didn't know about it.
Okay, but do you want me to hire you, appoint a lawyer for you?
Yeah, there's the law talk for me about it. I can contact with my family. Defend.
Okay. Well, I know it's difficult because I understand that this is a case that involves family members, but I have to take these things very seriously when they happen. And so also you're not to have any contact with Lon Pham. If you have other family members, you're more than okay to contact them. Just don't contact Lon Pham, okay? All right, do you have any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you. All right, Mr. Roberts, can you tell me your full name, please?
Tabby Roberts.
All right, Mr. Roberts, you are charged with 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. That bond is going to be $3,000. 1 count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce, that is $1,500. And 1 count of defective headlight, $500. So your total bond is $5,000. Okay, you're not to commit any crimes while you're out on bond or violate the laws of the state of Georgia. If you're able to bond out, then your next court date will be sent to you from the district attorney's office, and they'll let you know when you need to come to court or come from the clerk's office. But it'll be bound over to the district attorney's office, Superior Court. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 2nd, 2022. Now, do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own lawyer?
Appoint.
Okay. All right. I will do that for you. Do you have any questions about your bond?
Yes. Can I leave the state?
What's that? Can
I still leave the state?
That's, you have to work that out with the bonding agency or something like that. I mean, you know, I don't have anything. Part of my order doesn't say that you can't. But I don't know if bonding agencies or anything like that have any special rules. Okay, but there's nothing that I'm doing that would prevent you from doing that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Hello, sir.
All right, sir. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Miles Dallas Schuler.
Oh, Schuler. Got it. Okay. Somebody else's paperwork in front. That would not have been good for you. All right. Mr. Schuler, you were charged with 1 count of public drunkenness. Your bond is $1,000. 1 count of obstruction of an officer. Your bond is $2,000. Your total bond is $3,000. Okay. You're not to violate any laws of the state of Georgia while out on bond. Those charges are both misdemeanors. If you bond out, then your case will be sent over to the state court of Clayton County, and the Solicitor General's office will decide on how they want to proceed. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want me to appoint one for you? Appoint one? All right. I will do that for you. Do you have any questions about your bond or your next court date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you're good to go. Well,
I'm sorry, I guess I do. So I can pay $3,000 right now, or I can pay $300 through like what, 30? Never mind. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have the money to pay for yourself through the sheriff's office, then you can do that. I don't know if there are any fees, surcharges, or whatever. Or if you go through a bonding company, I'm not sure, but I think it's somewhere around 15% is what they charge. And then, you don't get that money back. But if you use the sheriff's office, you will once your case is disposed of. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. All right, sir. Can you tell me your full name?
Stewart.
All right, Mr. Stewart, you were charged with various driving offenses. The first one being a failure to yield at a stop sign or stop at a stop sign, warrant ending in 51493. Your bond is $500. Fleeing from police, warrant ending in 51494. Your bond is $1,000. Reckless driving, warrant ending in 51495. Your bond is $2,000. Obstruction or hindering a license plate, warrant ending in 51496, $500. Concealing ID of a motor vehicle, warrant ending in CW 51497, $500. Expired or invalid tag, 51498, $5,000. And then tinted window violation, $500. So let me add this up for you. That's 3, 4, 5. All right. Total is $10,000. Okay. Make sure that's right. Total bond is $10,000. You don't have any special conditions other than not to violate the laws of Georgia while out on bond. If you are able to bond out, your case will be sent over to the State Court of Clayton County to the Solicitor General's office, and they will decide on how to proceed with your case next. Just make sure you have a good address for the clerk's office so you know when to go to court. If not, excuse me, if not, your next court date is going to be May the 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Via Zoom. Now, do you want, well, you didn't fill out your application here, so I can only assume that you want to hire you a lawyer. Do you want to hire one, or do you want me to appoint you one?
Yes, sir, I'll hire one.
Okay. All right. Have you already done so?
I don't know the name of my lawyer yet, but I'm in the process of hiring one right now.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. Once you do, just make sure to tell them that they need to file the appropriate paperwork so that the court system knows that you have an attorney. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Yes, sir. I want to know, is the fleeting rule, is that a felony or a misdemeanor charge?
I believe that it is all misdemeanors, sir.
It freed frame so much.
Give me just a moment.
Also, the driving reckless.
Yeah. Well, don't tell me anything about this because this is broadcast on YouTube and people could be, taking notes and things like that. But the information that I have is that all your charges are just misdemeanors. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Good luck to you.
We are taking notes and numbers, Judge. Dismissal Dan. That's what I'm calling you. But those notes. All the way.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Frank Joshua Thompson.
All right. Mr. Thompson, you are charged with one count of driving under the influence to the extent that it's less safe for you to do so. Your bond is $5,000. Knowingly driving a motor vehicle on suspended or canceled registration. Make sure that's right. Or insurance, I'm sorry. The bond is $2,500. Failure to yield right away, $500, and no proof of it or no insurance, $1,000. So your total bond is $9,000. Okay. It appears that all of these charges are misdemeanors. So if you bond out, your case will be sent over to the State Court of Clayton County to the Solicitor General's office, and they will decide on how to next proceed with your case. If not, then your next court date is going to be May the 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own?
You can hire one for me, please, Your Honor.
Okay, I will appoint one for you. If you end up hiring your own lawyer, just make sure that they file the appropriate paperwork. Do you have any questions about your bond?
Can you repeat the insurance funds for me again, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. So the first count, DUI, $5,000. Second charge, the registration, it's $2,500. Third one, the failure to yield is just $500, and the insurance is $1,000. So total of $9,000. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good luck. Should have right. All right. Good afternoon, sir. All right, Mr. Wright, you were charged with 3 counts. The first one is a misdemeanor violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, less than an ounce of marijuana. Bond is $1,500. Second charge is a felony violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, possession of Schedule 2 drug. That is $3,500. And then possession of drug-related objects, that is $2,000. So your total bond is $7,000. Okay. If you are able to bond out, your case will be bound over to Superior Court, and the district attorney's office will get your case, and then they'll decide on how to best proceed with it then. If not, your next court date is going to be May the 2nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Now, do you want me to appoint an attorney for you, or do you want to hire your own attorney?
I would like for you to appoint me one, John.
Okay, yes, sir. I will do that for you. All right. You don't have any other special conditions of bond other than not to violate the laws of Georgia while out on bond. Do you have any questions about your bond or your next court date?
Yes, sir. Actually, I do. I would like to know if it would be possible if I could be released on my own recognizance. So I actually supposed to be working today.
Okay. Well, Mr. Wright, unfortunately, I'm not willing to do that. However, you may, when you get in contact with the attorney, you may ask them to file a motion to reconsider bond, or you will have a bond hearing on May the 6th, 2022, and they can ask another judge for that, okay?
I should be able to bond out. I was just asking if I could do it, to shorten the process.
I understand. I'm not mad at you for trying, sir. All right. Good luck to you. All right. Do we have an update on Mr. Manigault? Do we know if he's got a bond on that one charge? Can someone at the jail look up to see that for me, please?
Someone please help this judge. I don't think you guys are talking to anybody, honey. I've never heard anybody else.
Judge, it looks like that second charge wasn't added to the calendar, which is why it didn't print out on that bond order form.
Okay, Ms. Baskin, does it show that a bond is already set? He should have a bond on it.
I don't see that on my end. I don't know if the jail has something different, but on my end, I don't see where a bond has been set.
All right. Can someone at the jail tell me?
Thank you, mysterious lady helping dismissal Dan. Can you next time do up his robe for him, please? Oh, is this lost paperwork? It is. Thank you, Amy. No shade, Judge. Everyone's got their things. Yours is that you like to sass people with paperwork. Don't get upset. I'm not being mean. It's true.
I'll tell you what. Deputy Ricania, is Mr. Manigault still there?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's bring him back for a second.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Manigault. So I don't know where the confusion is or where the ball has been dropped, but here's what we're going to do. I set you a bond for $4,000 on the DUI. If for whatever reason the other charge does not have a bond set for you, then I'm going to have, if we could add Mr. Manigault to tomorrow's calendar for another judge to set bond on that. So, Mr. Manigault, I believe your worst case scenario is that you may have to come back tomorrow morning in front of another judge just for that one charge. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but I believe that will be your worst case scenario, okay? Your best case scenario is that if you have the funds to bond out, then it won't matter, and then you could bond out from what I have already done for you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope that this gets taken care of for you and you do not have to come back. But if we could have Mr. Manigault on for tomorrow, just in case he's not already bonded out, and then somebody can set him a bond on that charge. All right. Mr. Manigault, do you understand what I just said?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
I spoke with my lady earlier and she said that I had a bond on the improper bagging.
Okay.
And
Okay. Then that's fine. Then I just set you a bond on the only charge that you didn't have one on, so you'll have a bond on both of them. And if you can meet that, then you'll be good to go. Okay.
Yes. Another question. What kind of evidence did they have to say that
I can't get into that, man. I'm not going to get into that. You can address that later on down the road. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. That's all I have, deputies.
Will I go short? May 3rd?
Yes.
Wow. Another great evening. Another amazing night of court. First appearances. Judge Dan. Dismissal Dan is what I'm getting to call him. I love him so much. I love you so much, Judge. Magistrate, whatever you prefer. Daddy, if you're really, really special. But anyways, I love you all. Please, the last thing I'm going to ask you to do is a little bit of favor, a little bit of love. I know you are all great, and when people are new here in the chat and they say, "Oh, I'm new," then you welcome them so nicely. And recently, yesterday, I posted a video and it's got quite a lot of views and lots of comments, and I would love it if you would go to that video and just make the people feel welcome in the comments. It would be really helpful to me and really nice for them, and I just love that. So I really appreciate that. I think it's the one about like 35 or 93 days in jail. You guys have probably already seen it. I appreciate all of you so much. But I know sometimes once you've seen a video, you don't go back to it necessarily to read the comments or whatever. And I, however, see the comments on all the videos. There's some hilarious comebacks to some critiques of me, which were totally valid. I made a huge mistake in the thumbnail by accident. But people love to correct people, but also some really sassy responses that I really enjoyed. So, anyways, I love you so much. I appreciate you. Also, tomorrow I'm taking Mikey's slot, Credence and Mikey, since they're going to be off tomorrow. I'll be trying to stream live court during the day, so check it all out tomorrow. It'll be on the fly as usual. So, I love you guys very much. Have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.